We in the new digs.
Oh, you like it? Do you like it?
You see it?
Do you like the new
You
podcast?
see the
room,
new
people?
spot, man.
Welcome
We've
to
been
the
all
crib.
over, man.
Take your shoes off.
Yo,
What you think this is?
Started in the garage.
we've been all over. It started actually at What the Funny,
Yes.
That's fact.
and then
Brick Room.
we went to the spot over there in Century City.
That place was nice.
That was a nice
by
spot.
Dave and Buster's. We was up over there.
Then we went to the weed spot.
Yeah, that was short lived.
Yeah.
It wasn't an actual weed spot, but
you know,
it
it
sounded
was-
like they was like,
it
"Come
was-
get this 10 bag from me."
That's the vibe. It was very weed centric, very 420.
I think it was like 420Z was the name of the station.
Yeah.
And they had the weed backdrop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We did not
The
belong.
step
there.
and repeat.
Craig belonged.
Only
there.
I
We did
belong.
not
Craig definitely
Yeah, I was
belonged.
like, what?
Craig was all
Y'all
in.
got a radio station.
Then we ended up in Craig's garage,
Craig's
which I
garage.
enjoyed.
That was great.
Yeah, that was a good time. And then, you know what I'm saying?
Craig with
After
the
that, we
snacks.
started Daddy Issues. We started that in one of the rooms in the bunker with couches.
Oh yeah.
And then we went into the main little studio space. And we was outside.
And now we're
Man,
Now we
outside
here.
was good times too.
Outside was a good time.
Yeah.
Chaz
This
in the
makes me feel like I
cage.
had to get
Yeah.
dressed though.
Oh, yeah, you did get dressed.
You
You
did
had
get
his little
dressed.
jacket
I
on.
was like, I had to
His
get
little
dressed.
jacket
What if
on.
I wore a suit and tie? But it was too big for me, like Keelan's. It was just sitting there.
Keon got dressed
Keon
today.
got
you know.
dressed.
And,
I
but
was
it's a
like-
nice jacket, you know, because you got the Chaz jacket, or you could do the
Wait,
Keon
what's wrong with my jacket?
Yours is not really like a hangout.
It's a jacket,
This is
dog.
a moment
Wait,
jacket.
man, that's a snorkel. What
I
you
get a-
mean?
Oh, he
what?
got a little, you know.
You got patches?
I get
Okay.
compliments.
He got elbow
pads.
I get compliments on this jacket all the time. I'm not gonna have Tony sully my jacket's good name.
It's a hood. It's a hacket.
You can have one of those
hoodie
Chaz's on. I
jacket
was like, yo,
mix.
m- a lot of jackets have hoods on them. Why are you acting like
The
this is brand new?
hacket.
I don't need this shit.
Craig got dressed. He got that fire hoodie
Oh,
on.
for sure.
I don't know
You
where he
got
got it
a
from.
hoodie.
you know,
but it's fire,
Valentine's
man.
Day's coming up. I had to represent, you know. Hella
I
lonely
got
on
that same hoodie
Valentine's
at the crib. I
Day.
can't wait to wear my little Valentine's hoodie, man.
You know, I got it before the sale on the special.
You know what's great?
Yeah,
I
the
just
regular
got
price.
an alert. Something sold out.
Regular price.
I had to sneak and buy this.
Yeah.
I had
Me
to have
too.
Keon show up and be like, what you
And then he
buying
gonna
stuff
text
from
me right
for?
after. Like, man, don't text me, bro.
'Cause I
Just-
get the-
just
I
send
get
me
the-
just send me the product, man.
I was like, you
He
bastard.
told me, you bastard. Is that customer service?
Yeah.
Cussing out the customers? You son of a bitch. I just wanted the large coffee, man. Look out.
Show supporting ass.
But this is the new spot, y'all. So this is where we're going to be, man. We are the first podcast to do it in the new space.
Yes.
In the new
Of course, DC missed it.
DC. DC is up in
missed
the
it.
baby, and Charles Bronson.
Yeah.
He over there John Wicking it up.
He just wanted to make a
Yeah.
special appearance. That's all. He wanted to come in later and be
Yeah.
like, I'm back. Oh, this is what y'all doing? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, this is nice.
This is nice.
Yeah.
And he gonna have all this new energy next
Oh,
time. Like
yeah.
this, we be like, we've been through that, bro. Let's just
Yeah.
get started.
We already did.
Let me
This is
soak this
nice.
in.
Ooh, yeah.
He got to have his own solo episode where he just taking in the new studio.
Is this DC for an hour?
Yeah, I love it though. This is
We can
fantastic.
have guests up in here.
I'm
sit
excited.
On the couch.
Hey, Cam, can you change the lights on him one
we
time?
hit
him? Can you hit him with the lights?
No,
never
look,
mind.
look
Edit,
out,
edit that
Chaz.
out.
You're
Edit
supposed
that
to
out.
ask
that beforehand, Chaz. Edit that out, man.
On the spot, Chaz. Man, he always throw that little audible real quick. And it don't pay off sometimes.
Remember where the minutes are right here. Cam just edit that part out.
Yeah, but this is where we at, man. Still
like it.
dads out here.
Still.
My boys came over Super Bowl Sunday.
Cool.
We didn't. They came after the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So we just movie nighted it up. And Serene was useless on movie night, man. He
mean?
fell asleep immediately as soon as the movie came on.
He been sleeping.
He was out of here,
That
man.
means he's working.
He's working, man.
He slept at my house when we had the game.
They
night.
outta
He went
here,
on that
man.
couch. Y'all had just walked in.
Yeah.
He ate a plate, went on the couch, and went to sleep.
That's a grown man.
Man.
Hey, and that's a grown man. I've been working my ass off. Like, come here, eat,
hard
sleep.
for the money,
Hell
man.
yeah.
My
Got
kids
out.
was running around. They was poking him.
Yeah. He was like, yo, man.
I understand why parents be jealous when you go get sleep, because I look at them like, I wish. Now
Right.
wake up, get up. You can't get
Yep.
no peaceful sleep.
And then you wake up on your own like, no, I got stuff I got to do.
Mm-hmm.
You get that guilty wake up.
I got no sleep last night.
I'm gonna holler at Serene, man. I'm trying to hire him.
He
real
made,
quick.
listen, we were watching Inception because they had never seen it.
Wow.
And so, you know,
Okay.
and Cecile was all in. And then, you know, I look
sound
over
like something Sincere
10
would love.
minutes later. If y'all know the movie Inception, on that first heist, I think Serene was out of here. He might have made it through, like, Ken Watanabe. They got the confidential idea out his brain. I think he was out of there.
What if he was just so into the movie, he was like, I'm going to go to sleep.
Yeah,
right. And see if I could have a couple of dreams.
I gave him the kick, though. He didn't wake up.
That's
a literal kick. You just came out the top.
That's one of those movies you can't catch a nap in and come back.
No.
And catch up.
Hell no.
You wake
It's a
up
whole
like,
different
wait,
world.
One false grab of a snack, you done missed.
Yeah.
You wake up in a whole nother movie, bro.
Yeah.
Did y'all see that in theaters?
Oh, yeah.
I saw it in theaters.
multiple
Absolutely.
times.
And I remember the theater yelled at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Because, they don't.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, no! Like, everybody wanted to know.
We wanted to know, man, because we wanted the best for
I
him.
heard about 4 conspiracy theories on the way out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what if he was asleep in the beginning and it was never that he was awake? You're like,
I
whole
actually
thing
looked
is
it
a
up.
dream.
But then what was the inception then?
If you listen to the whole movie, at the very end of the credits, you can hear the top fall off the table.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
see, all types of theories.
I knew. But
I
you
never
could,
knew that.
But even when they cut it, you could see it about
It
to
was
fall.
wobbling.
Yeah.
It was going to fall.
then they cut
I
it.
was just like,
Yeah, man, I wanted it to be
I wanted to be with his
reality.
kids,
I
man.
love
So
that. I love
bad.
that actress, bro. Like, what's her name? Marion.
Marie Cotillard or
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I didn't like her death in The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh,
that
no.
was one of the worst things I've ever seen
Yeah.
on film. She's
No.
like, I was like, whoa, you got an Oscar, girl.
And the director was like, yes, 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 beautiful.
It's perfect. Let's keep
That's
it
what's
moving.
his name?
The same director.
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan always
better. He
recycles the
does.
same actors.
He's
I like
got to
that.
get one in with him.
Michael Caine has been in damn near all of them.
Yeah.
I like when people do that.
Me
though.
too. I love
Spike,
when
Spike
directors
do
do
it.
that.
You know
Oh,
what
yeah.
I mean, what's the
Martin Scorsese,
Michael Mann.
what's the cuss?
Ridley
Mr.
Scott,
Cuss Cuss.
Tony Scott,
And Blood and Guts. What's his name?
Blood and Guts.
The dude, all his movies is over. Tarantino.
Oh,
Oh.
I was like,
Blood
where
and
we going
Guts.
with this?
Blood and Guts and Cuss.
Sam Jackson
All
has been
his
in
movies.
mad Tarantino
Yeah.
films.
when your son woke up, did he give you the energy like, oh man, this was a great visit?
When he woke up, he left. 'Cause I think he woke up at like 2. And I was doing, I was running around the apartment just doing random things. And when I came back in the living room, he was gone. I was like, oh, wow. Because I had already covered him up, shut the living room and the kitchen down. And then I come back in there, he was gone. Cats was like,
Maybe he
looking
was.
around.
So you still do the cover up?
sleepwalking.
Yeah, if they fall asleep and they just out there raw, I do the cover up. And it was funny because
Looks
before.
like he's out here naked on his couch.
it did
Yeah.
sound like that.
Is it
cover up.
cold in there?
Nah,
I
it don't
mean,
have to be.
it wasn't like warm.
Who don't want to sleep with a blanket on?
Oh,
Because
let's cover people up.
I've gotten the cover up when I pass out, and I'm like, who put this fucking blanket on me?
Nah,
Like, I mean,
man,
I'm
like,
never
I don't
mad
want-
at the
That's
cover
the
up.
sweetest
I
thing you
don't-
can do
I
to
appreciate the
somebody.
gesture, but I wake up sweating, and I'm like, I didn't
Yeah.
ask for this blanket.
But I wake up and I'm
Dads
like,
keep it at 71 degrees in the
Oh,
house,
yeah,
so
I'm
you don't
good
really
over
need a
temp.
blanket.
But I think he wore himself out because I got the Oculus. So
How you
that
like
boxing
it?
game, that thrill of the fight,
Uh-huh.
he fought 2 fights.
oh yeah, he was
And
exhausted.
he was like, I was like, yeah, man, it's sweaty. But the whole thing, you got to have your own Oculus.
Yeah.
Because you can't pass the mic after you
It's all-
sweated. I sweated it out. When I played it, I'm still sore. This arm right here, listen.
You throwing all haymakers?
No,
No jab?
I was body shot McGee.
All right
But
here.
just man, listen. Enough respect to professional fighters out here.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Did you film yourself with it on?
No.
You got to see how bad your boxing looks.
I don't wanna
I
see
filmed
it.
myself with it. I was like, oh, wait. This
Yeah.
felt like I was in there. Mike Tyson, Chris. But when I
Man.
watched it, I was like, oh,
I bet you it's hideous, man.
man.
Hey, you got to post that.
I
dog.
gotta
We got to see
stretch.
it. The people got to
I'm
see
sure
it.
Sabrina gonna catch me, man. She
That's
gonna
hilarious.
come in there, cameras first.
At least he was worn out though.
You think
He
you
was worn
Ali, too. You be like, oh, my jab is crisp.
I came out of there feeling like, man, this is what they be going through, and I ain't even getting hit,
yeah.
and I'm this
right.
tired. Imagine getting hit, the pain and the tiredness.
And the wearing down. That's what
Man.
people be like, that kidney shot, them wear you down.
That's what got me the keys to the fights because his body was open, so I was down there tagging him up. I'm Jabs McGee.
It's going to be
Jab
dope
heavy.
when you can fight somebody else, though.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like somebody in a different country.
Right.
And you've had a like one-on-one fight.
Sock him out in
Yeah.
Finland. Yeah, Finland. You wasn't ready for this.
That's good.
Somebody in
be
your
dope.
comment section get on. Meet me on the
Meet
Oculus.
me.
Well, then
come
what's
on,
up
Oculus.
there?
Meet me on the
Mock you
Oculus.
up. Pull up.
But then they're gonna have those
Well,
body
block.
suits where you
Right,
can feel
right.
I have to
stuff.
block him after that.
I can't wait for that. They're gonna have
Everybody's
the body
going to have a
suits.
hack where
Right.
they're like a 7-foot boxer with the
Right.
speed of Floyd Mayweather.
Nah, it's gotta
Right.
be you,
300
bro.
pounds.
Nah, it's gotta be you. You gotta get the measurement in. Nobody will know.
Man, this is so tiring. But I'm gonna have fun with this Oculus.
Have you watched the game with somebody yet? You gotta hit. I'm gonna hit you on the Facebook so we could go and watch a game on Oculus.
So we can watch an actual game on
feel like
the
you're
movie?
there,
Sit
right?
in the front row, or we could sit behind the basket. You could pick
Oh,
different
wow.
angles.
A real game, like
Yeah.
an actual game?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
an NBA
You
game?
can sit on top of the backboard and watch the whole game. So everybody dunking, shooting shots, you're right there. So it's like
A real NBA game?
Yes.
Like Bulls
Wow.
versus
Yes.
Warriors.
I like
yes,
how you
and
pick
you
the
could
Bulls.
see how
He said you.
they do picks and come off of them because it's right there. You're looking at it from the basket's point of view.
So
Or
what do you
outside.
need to have access to
Right.
the game?
You
I
have
just
to
feel like
get,
that shouldn't be.
NBA?
NBA League Pass.
NBA
Ah,
League Pass.
okay.
You got League Pass?
Yes, I do.
How much is yours?
$40-something a month, and you only keep it for 3 months.
You only got the
I bought a
Bulls
league
thing, right?
pass just for the Bulls.
Yeah.
That
Yo,
was like $100 and something for
But
the
it's
year.
the
Yo
same-
bought it
it's
and
the
she don't
same
watch
thing.
every game.
You
I
just
get
type in your
upset.
password.
You say what?
Shit, Yo bought it because she's a Clippers fan,
Yeah.
right? But she don't watch every game. I be high. I'm like, hey,
I understand.
Clippers on.
Yeah.
So
turn
I
it
know.
on.
I'm like, nah, we
you
we
paying
watching.
for it. Use
Ain't
it.
somebody playing today?
Right.
And right now,
I get it. I
it's every
get
other
that
day.
shit, man.
Because I was like, why are you getting this? And she's like, so I can watch. I'm like, you need to watch every game.
You spending money,
This,
you need
this
to use
is why joint accounts is trash, man. Because I would hate to have somebody in my business like that. Hey, you ain't watching the. Hey, look out, man.
Hey,
No, it's not.
Clippers,
Joint accounts are
Clippers
good.
predate you.
Hey, wait, hold on. But she be sitting on the couch watching something else. I'm like,
Exactly. Yeah,
the
that's for free.
Clippers predate
Then
you.
watch it. If you're paying for
on
it,
Netflix,
watch
This
you
it.
ain't
can
got
watch
nothing
that.
to do with
wait,
it.
It
on
might
Netflix,
not be
you
a
can
good
watch it
game.
anytime.
It might not be a good game.
That's fair.
Because you
Turn
know
it
what-
off, but at least
wait,
tune
you
in.
know what happens though, Tony? No matter what's in
True.
her own account, I wind up having to put more money in the shared account anyways. Because she's like, my
I
account's
tried to have your
low.
back, yo. You just wrong.
Because that's
My
$100 and something a
account's
month. That's
low.
$100 and something a year for the Clippers.
Right.
That's not that. She makes that. Don't worry about her Clipper.
Oh, I'm worried about it because,
$100
like
a
I
year.
said, once again, when I had to put more money in the shared account to cover some stuff, she's like,
That's other
I
stuff.
spend it on
But the
no,
Clippers,
man.
that's separate.
This is what happens because I can't let her just have nothing in the account, right? Because then I'm a deadbeat.
Yo, this solo account life is beautiful, man.
No, the solo account is
It's all
great.
me.
You got to have your solo account for sure. Like I said, we split one. We
I
have
don't know if
one
I
for the
can go
stuff.
back to the joint.
The joint is for the
Yeah.
stuff. Though. That's for like the
Yeah.
bills and all
I've
that
never
other
had
stuff.
a joint.
I don't know if I can go back
The
to
joint's
joint.
But
fine.
we
As long as you
have a
your own
joint.
solo.
because of her. She needs the joint because she's like, if I'm not monitored, we're gonna be poor.
That's hilarious.
So we had a
She got
joint.
problems.
I had my account. She had her account. We had a joint.
Mm-hmm.
She eventually ended up closing her account. That's how bad it was getting.
Yeah.
And then the joint, if she's not monitored, she'll just do stuff,
She's
and
a
then
spending monster.
and then she'll get stuff and then not use it. Like
I've
I'm like,
always
why did
been-
you buy this? And
Right.
this has been sitting in the cloud. Or she bought a new COVID clothes. Shut all the gyms down. We had the same gym membership.
Yeah.
We were working at home. Some new gym opened up. She's like, I'm gonna sign up for that. She didn't go one time. So I said, you're just throwing away money.
Right.
Cancel that shit.
I'm trying to
So she
understand.
canceled it. I was just like, what? This is why we have a joint account. Like, I didn't even know she did it.
Yeah.
I went and looked. I was like, what is this? Oh, I got a membership. And so every day I'm like, did you go to gym day?
Yep.
Did you go to gym? And after 2 months, I was like, cancel that shit.
Mhm.
You haven't gone one time. And she canceled it. I was like, this is why you can't have an account.
She'll never give you no resistance, the excuses.
No,
on
because
this?
she knows I just bought that and I didn't go not once.
Yeah.
You didn't go once?
Mhm.
And I was like, can't turn that.
Wait,
turn that shit off.
how does this joint account works? Because it don't sound joint.
No, well, because
Because I tried like a joint card, and I was like, I never used that card. So why
Well,
is it?
We have a
hopefully-
joint credit card.
No, it just was a bank card that had money on it that I was like, I don't even use that account.
we try to use it for bills and like when we go out, so it's not just one person paying all the time. You know what I mean? Because that'd deplete you.
Wait, so who
bad,
puts the
bad.
money into the
We
account?
both do.
Okay.
So I usually put in more because I feel like it's what you do, right? So I'll put in more, but also I get paid in chunks, right? So sometimes I don't make nothing for months, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll try to put a lot in at one time, and then it's like it's there. But when I see the big chunk go, and I'm like, yo, where'd $600 go? What just happened? Oh, this and this and this, and I'm like, this all don't sound like joint stuff, you know?
See,
Right.
I'm petty.
Yeah,
I'd
but
be
I
like,
paid
hold
for
on,
this
this
out of
don't
the-
sound like you.
It's like because once you go back over it, I mean, it's like I said, it's a lot better now. Some years later, right? It's a lot better now. But in the beginning, it was like, hey, put that money
So
back
the
in
joint
there.
account is for everything joint.
It's supposed to
base,
be.
right?
It's supposed to be for like bills.
bills, and like I said, we
stuff
do
y'all
it.
together. Yeah.
So it's like
Stuff for the kids. Stuff that
Yeah,
we're doing.
So in the solo purchases, that's on their separate account.
right.
Well,
right,
she don't
right.
have one no more. Well,
Oh,
Yo has
yeah,
one.
yo has
She
one.
only got the joint.
So
That's-
she only has a. Oh, and then we share a
You
lot
gotta
of
earn it back,
share
my bad,
Amazon accounts. We share so I'll get an email. What are you buying?
yeah.
And it's just stuff. And like
That
he said,
email, that
I'm not
notification.
spending anything.
Snitching.
That's my thing. It's like we have a joint, and then we have our own. but it's literally a joint.
So
and then
she
a
does
U.
have her own.
No, she doesn't anymore.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying we have like
It
out of the
sounds like
joint
her
she spends
account,
for her.
her account, your account.
And I'm like, yo, I don't spend any. The most thing I'll get is shoes,
Uh-huh.
and that's at once in a blue moon. You know, shoes last.
You bought that jacket too. Yeah.
Well, this jacket was $20.
That's a new
and
hat
it's-
too.
Hey, man,
No,
you know
no,
what
it's
I'm
not.
saying?
No.
It
Keon
looks
be
fresh and
spending-
tight.
I
just be
spend-
cheap, though.
It'd be cheap, and it's far in between.
Yeah.
Her spending, and then she does little purchases a lot that adds up. Like I'll do one.
That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? I'll do like I'm gonna get a pair of J's,
Yeah.
and then I'm not gonna buy anything. Which should be like, oh, I'm gonna spend 50 here and 50 here and
That's
50 here
what
and
the
50 and
dog-
30 here, and then by the end, and I'll do the math at the end of the month. You spend 800 on tacos. Like I'd be like, no, stop. Like, this
Keon is a tyrant. In this
Yeah,
account.
but you have to, 'cause
You
then
have
you
the
He's a
notifications.
tyrant.
You
Hey,
have the
man.
notifications.
Because when you're messing with somebody who doesn't have self control, you
Yeah.
have to be like that. Because I told her one time, I was like, "You think I want to be like this? You think I want to check the account every day? We're not even poor like that, where I have to check the account every day anymore. I'm doing it just to keep you at bay because you'll just start going." And I'm like, I don't want.
Women be spending money.
They
The
just be
brokest woman will
spending.
spend mad money.
The greatest
Like-
thing is when this flips and Keon's spending money and she's like, What is this 10
Oh no, she
grand
won't.
on?
She can't wait
What's this 10
until we get to a point where she never wants to stop spending. She just wants me to make more.
Right.
Yes.
So then I spend, and then we still. But it's never budgeting. No, that's never going to be her thing ever.
Man.
That's
Keon's
a
the-
true champion right there.
Ever.
Keon's some of the best
hell
things
yeah.
ever. Keon was like, he's like, you want to talk about spending much? I've never heard once talk about saving money. I'm like,
Oh, I automatically put the money away.
yeah.
I
But
automatically
that
put
was
it away.
big to me. I was like, yeah, man, if you're not talking about saving money or investing money, because I was like, I put a lot of money into investments, and I was like, let's try to make more money out of our
Yeah.
money, you know? But it's never, but I'm just like, I just see money coming back out, but nothing ever going back in. Like,
Never
what?
going back in.
That's funny.
So then I'm just in charge of that. So everything that comes in from both of us, I just automatically take the percentage, put that away.
Right.
We never touch that.
Yeah.
And then that honestly doing that, because that was one thing I told her 2 years ago. I was like, we're just going to start taking all the money out off top.
Mm-hmm.
Then it really relaxed me as far as I really don't care as much what you're spending
Right.
because that I already put away what we need to
Mhm.
put away. So whatever.
Because you
Wait,
got to give that.
what's a cool percentage to put away? 'Cause
Minimum,
some people don't put anything away. at all.
minimum is supposed to be 20.
Mhm.
Tides.
uh,
Paying your tides.
So if you put the 20, I think it's 20 savings, 30s bills, and then like 50 for playing or something like that. I forgot. Like when I looked it up, I forgot it was. So minimum's 20. I've upped it now because I'm just putting more money away. But if you can, the minimum you're supposed to do is 20,
Mhm.
just to have enough. And it's for what we all do, especially with when it doesn't hurt when taxes come around. You gotta. It's time to do that shit.
I
You know,
gotta
you
do
got
that.
right.
Taxes.
This year I couldn't.
It's funny because I do 20 put away kind of, but it's 20 put away in stock.
Mhm.
Oh, all right.
Do
Yeah.
that.
Do you have a savings and stock or just
No.
just all stock?
Stock.
You don't put nothing
Building
in
my
savings?
stock. No.
No? I just bought a new stack.
Yeah, I don't be.
I got
I
different
put in
checking
my
accounts.
savings like it's an automatic takeout into my savings, but I
Mhm.
just save in my checking account.
Yeah.
Like I always spend less than I make.
Well, I
Right.
open different accounts too. So when
Mm.
it gets to a certain, I'm like, all right, time to
Yeah.
either get a credit union account or something that's gonna help me if I need a loan or something in the future.
Yeah.
'Cause different credit unions be having like sales kind of with their loans.
Mm.
Yeah, I have a bank account that I want to cancel, and then we have 2 credit unions.
Yeah, I
And
got
then
a
the
Navy
credit
Federal,
card.
like I was in the
We're
military.
gonna get a Navy, but we went with Connecticut. I like them.
Yeah.
We were gonna do the Navy Federal just because they're everywhere. We be traveling, so I'll be like, these fees.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Then I recently found out if you just go to like any 7-Eleven or something, ain't no fees. If you have
Yeah, no
I was
way.
like, oh, did not know.
Because all those credit unions are like one big like unit cycle.
yeah,
thing.
something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that.
And so I don't like banks.
yeah.
They're just trash. So the credit unions I'm a fan of. But we all learned how to work this money and
Mhm. I've been a good saver since the divorce.
yeah.
I've been like save, just stock my. It don't even feel like I'm like saving like that. It's
Right.
just whatever I make, I know I'm not spending that whole check
Right.
ever. It's just like,
Right.
and then I rarely make a big purchase.
Right.
That's why people always been get a new car. Tony, shut up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
When we get
I'm always hesitant.
around our age, well, my age, you get to the point where all your big purchases are for someone else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They be like, yeah, you need, and so for me, I'm good.
I need T-shirts.
And his kids are grown. You know what I'm saying? Like all my big purchases were all kid related.
Oh man,
It was house. It was car. It was everything that was big was because I have a family now.
Yep.
Like once that kind of was gone and now they're older, they just need little small stuff. Like I love grabbing them stuff, but it's little stuff.
Yeah.
Let me get. The other day I walked into Ross and they had Marvel hoodies for $6. So I grabbed them like 7. I was like, oh yeah, yeah.
Every character.
So every day, yeah, they got a new hoodie on, but it was like it was $5.99. I'm like,
Right.
well, yeah, here, I do stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
it's little, all our big stuff.
Yeah,
That's-
my biggest
that's
stuff is
done.
probably on them, like, Sincere's tuition for college.
Right.
Or like, when I got them a car or, both the boys a car, I had it because, I'm not spending like that. So be like, sometimes it'd be scary. Like, oh, the big spend, because when I spend big, I'll be like, will I get this back? You know what I'm saying? Not from them, but just like,
Right.
from
Yeah.
work.
You're not getting back from them. But
No, it's like,
When I spend, I count how many months that was in mortgage. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man, oof,
yeah, it's like,
that was half a mortgage.
I've been trying to take a page out of my brother's book. My brothers be like, because I have the mentality of how am I going to recoup that? too.
Right.
And my brother said he just be like, I just have it. Whatever goes out, that's just gone.
Mm-hmm.
And then whatever comes in, that's just what comes in. Instead of always trying to, because then you start freaking out.
I'm
like,
always in recoup. mode.
Yeah, you're always like, well, I just spent $5. I got to make $5.
Yeah.
Oh, that anxiety
And it's
gets
just- yeah,
kicking with
and he's
me. I'm
like-
like, oh man.
He's like, I just be like, it's gone. And it's just gone. And then my whatever comes in regularly comes in.
I gotta switch to that.
I'm
mentality.
trying
'Cause
so
I'm always
hard.
in recoup.
Because like
but it's
she,
different when you have a regular. Like,
Yeah,
I
But
don't
he has
with
a
regular,
regular.
yeah, because you know how much
Right.
is
I don't-
coming
right.
in.
I haven't had
next
we don't have a
Friday.
regular.
Right.
We don't have that
In
regular.
this
Right.
industry, you don't know
Yeah.
if this is gonna be your last gig.
Right.
Yep. I don't know if people gonna stop subscribing to my
Right.
stuff. I don't know if people that I just ain't got enough, to
Right.
support. So it's like,
we don't know. Like I my hoodies when they jumped and then it died.
Yeah,
now
it's
they
like-
up again, and I'm like, I don't know. And then even our XM radio or whatever, it's all
it's all
YouTube.
up and
It's all,
down.
everything is just.
Well, it's also we see the people who had that popping shirt for a couple months, and they start spending like they had that popping
Yep.
shirt, and then it disappeared, and it's like, oh, you got that Range Rover now.
Yeah,
Right.
You need another catchphrase, buddy.
Right.
for real. So it's scary. So that keeps me at bay big
Right.
time. I'll just be stockpiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to.
bread.
But like you said, I don't notice because I'm so used to just putting the money away off top.
Mhm.
I don't notice we put that away
Right.
until I like look, and then I'll see the savings account. I'll be like, oh,
Yeah. My savings account is trash, but the checking is
oh, the savings
robust.
is pretty good. But I was like,
But I gotta switch it because I had it set to where it just takes money and puts it in the savings. I got 2 savings accounts, and I just be.
The one got full.
I'm trying to.
Huh?
But you can do a higher.
Nah, it's just
can
I can
do a
switch. I can
higher-
switch
yeah,
it at
yeah,
any
yeah.
moment, but I just haven't.
What I'm doing now with my savings is I'm looking for property, like in lower markets where I could get a house for $50,000.
Yeah.
and then it will make me a couple hundred a
Right.
month instead of trying to go for the big $1 million house and hopefully it will sell for another million.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to nickel and dime my savings that way now.
Yeah.
So you buy a house and then rent it out to somebody?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You go to like like a smaller city in
Go to the South.
Pennsylvania, or you go to
North
Texas,
Carolina,
North
yeah.
Carolina.
Yeah,
Get a
that's dope.
$50,000 house, all this land that you own. You own the land.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
That's
then-
dope.
So when
rent
shit
that
goes
out.
awry, you can pack up your guns.
Because for a while I was buying CDs, and someone was like, "No, this is another way to
Yeah,
do
dog.
that, where you'll make more off."
See,
of
these are
this
trash.
small
They're
amount
the
of money.
trash interest. You
Yeah.
like, that ain't takes me 30 years to get 0.05%.
Ugh.
All right, it's trash interest. It's
So it's
it's,
just-
it's way better on to invest in stocks to me. Invest in stocks, a stock market, because it's gonna dip, but you don't sell when it dips. That's people what they do. They see they get low and they panic and they pull out. And I'm like, no,
That's
Don't
when
you
buy.
lose if you sell on the dip?
yeah.
Well, why would you sell on
I don't
the dip?
know. People panic and they think they're like, I don't want to lose it all, but like it always goes back up. Now
So
some
do-
businesses fall apart, but
So do people sell on the spike?
yeah,
Yeah, you sell. on
That's the
spike.
move right
Yeah.
there. Do you do it right away, or do you try to be
Well,
like,
it-
I think it's gonna go
I
up
think
a
it
little
depends
high.
on what you're doing it for. 'Cause
Okay.
I know I have stocks for different. There's some flips, like my AMC was a flip. So I had 200 shares of AMC because they were
So
$2.
you had AMC.
I had AMC, and then it went up to 18 because, dude, sometimes you catch that lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
I got lucky, but AMC was $2
Uh,
at the time, and I was like, I'm buying it. Because I was like, at the very least, I might lose a couple $100.
Yeah.
I was like, but if it goes back up to $12, I was like, great. You know, if it goes back up to 10, great. And I got 7, got to like $7 or $8 once, and then I didn't sell, and it dipped back down. And I was like, trying to get it back to 12.
Yeah.
For companies
So
like
when it hit 18, I didn't waste no time. I was like, oh, we out. I was like, even if it kept going, so what? I just made 900% return.
That's crazy.
So I was like, no matter what, get out of there.
Yeah.
I was like, why would you stick around when you did it?
So you check it every day.
Yeah, multiple times a day. But the stock it ends here at 130 or 115 or something like that. So then you don't have to do anything else. Like crypto goes 24 hours, which is why I hate it.
Oh, you got to keep watching.
Yeah, because some people like it. They're like, yeah, I can work all the time. I'm like,
I ain't got
no.
time to
you
do that
kind of
shit.
don't want to
Yeah.
keep watching crypto
No.
because it drops and spikes
So often.
Yeah, but with the other stocks, like he was saying, like when Tesla drops or a stock that you really believe in,
Right.
when it drops, you buy more,
Because Tesla's going to go up.
and then it goes
Amazon's
up. And when
gonna
it
go
drops,
up,
'cause
you
you know
buy
it's gonna
more.
keep-
Google's
Yeah,
going to
right.
go up. Those are ones that have never dipped for that long.
Okay.
They're breaking records all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you go buy those. Those are ones that are going to be long. And they keep
Then-
innovating.
And then you have things like Bitcoin where it's rocketing through the roof because Tesla owner just
Right.
bought
Put
Bitcoin.
1.5 million. He just put 1.5 million into Bitcoin, like,
Damn.
which is crazy. So I mean,
He
that
got it.
spiked it.
He
Well,
got
yeah,
it,
he
though.
got it.
Well, he
but,
got
but the
dog-
idea is somebody's so
Dogcoin
high
going
profile, right?
by just saying, yeah, y'all should buy Dogcoin. And
Everybody-
everybody's like, what?
Yeah. And so the thing about Dogecoin, it was like 0.00 something of a cent once, and now it reached like 8 cents, which is crazy for that.
Yeah.
But people go like 8 cents. That's not crazy. Like, yeah, but if you had 100,000,
Right.
so now you can watch it on some of these apps. You can watch how much money people are buying and selling, and you see hundreds of thousands of dollars being flipped off of some 8 cents. It's crazy.
Dang.
It's crazy.
But
You
y'all
guys
had
been at this for
GameStop?
years,
My
though.
bad.
I had
so-
Dogecoin. I made off of 1,000. I made a quick like 17.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I didn't do the GameStop.
Why did GameStop go up?
Because people on Reddit
They
were like
manipulated it.
savings. They're like, yo, let's save GameStop, let's save AMC, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so but that's what you can do as people. That's what these big ass markets do.
Right.
These
Yeah.
big ass
And they only shut it down because regular people were doing what they do.
Exactly.
This is
So
one of the
they were
big things
controlling it.
going
They was like, hey, we'll all do this
Yeah.
to raise this up. And then the big companies like, no, we got to shut this. Y'all can't do what we do, even though we do it. Y'all can't do that. And they do it on a way grander scale.
Right.
Vagrant.
And
With
we
millions.
No, you guys can't do this.
billions. Yeah.
And like for the people who were getting mad at us comedians or whatever who were roasting, it was like we were making fun of the people who were trying to let's get rich and you don't know what you're doing, like because they were
Right.
talking like they've been doing this for years. My brother's been doing it for a while.
Mm.
I'm like, I'm not saying don't invest. I'm
Right.
not saying I was roasting the people who you were trying to get a get rich quick scheme, you know what I mean? And you were
Yeah.
trying to, and you woke up Bitcoin. You don't know what the hell you talking about.
Right.
You have done zero research.
Exactly.
You just
I'm
saw.
so new to crypto. I'm just like, it
Right.
blows my mind. I don't like it. I'm the one of those guys. Like, this is no.
a lot of people got
I
to
don't
be
like
careful
it.
too because they're buying off of people's stories. And
Right,
it's like a lot
right.
of people post stuff on their stories after they had success. So
Right.
then you run and buy it and you just taking an L because the
and
success
they're
already
just
happened.
trying to. Everybody's trying to. No one really wants to do real work.
Right.
No one really wants to put real time in. Like even what we do. So people be like, if I could just have a video go viral, I'm in. Like everybody just wants the quick. Like oh, I want to do this now and real easy. And it's like that's not how most things.
You're right.
I've said this before. Shit worth having is hard.
Right.
Yep.
Everything is hard. It's work.
It
You're
is.
gonna have to do it. You can't just keep trying to get it. What's my next scheme?
Mm-hmm.
There ain't no scheme,
The
man. You
scheme.
gotta. Yes, there are the occasional people who get, but that was just what happened.
Right.
But because they're not prepared for it, 9 times out of 10 they blow it anyways because they didn't know what to
Right.
do with it.
Right.
If people really want to do some research, there's a forum called a 10K, right? It's every company has a 10K, and it's their annual report, right? So you can look at a company's everything, like who's the new president, who's the vice president, everything about these people, and then you can look at how much they did last year, all their numbers. So you can actually look. But anytime before I buy a stock, I look at the company's and they're available online. You can, but I always look at the company's 10K. And you look at the 10K for a couple years, and all you want to see, has it been steadily going up? If I see it steadily been going up over the but it's kind of like you said, like
You
I'm
doing
not
real work,
yeah,
though.
I'm not
You
doing
doing
off of
research,
somebody's like I heard such and such hot. I'll go look at it, and I'm
Right.
like, well, let me go see the 10K.
Right.
Yeah.
So let me see how it's been.
Chaz
if
and
it's
looked
going-
at 10 years of this company's history. And
Yeah,
y'all-
you
but
gotta
y'all
look
like,
at it.
I'm on Facebook, and Facebook said,
Right.
AMC, let's do it.
So anybody that know about a 10K, you can find them. Any company you're gonna go in, you can find that stock 10K, and you can learn all about this. You learn all about it. And then if you buy a stock, they'll send you reports every year because you're an owner now.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll start sending. So read that stuff though, because they'll tell you about all the changes that are coming, and everything else that's happening. So,
Also
yeah, but you got to read it, Tony.
Also watch
I
watch
can't
the
read.
news. When Trump was in there, he gave so many hints. He was like, "Yeah, we're hiring Moderna," and you're like, "Well, you saying this on national TV?
Like, what is this?
Let's go buy some
Yeah.
Moderna."
Right.
It has a government,
But the average person is not gonna do that.
or you
Right.
watch
They're
your
just,
kids and see their biggest interest and be like, "Oh, this is blowing up. Let me get on this before it
Right.
hits the adults."
right.
Yeah.
What's
Somebody
the
talking about
his
that
of
about those little what were those little scooters? They went the scooters, the ones that you were always riding with the boys,
the hovercrafts or
which
whatever?
never hovered. I hate that term
Yeah.
because it's not a hovercraft.
The
at all.
hoverboards or
Yeah,
whatever.
it's just trash.
I used
They-
to love those, man.
But yeah, I talked to the one dude. He was like, I just saw this kid. He's like, I asked the kid what it was. And he was like, I invested like $1 million in it. And he was like, I made like $12 million. And I was like,
Damn,
good
man.
ass investment. To have $1 million laying around.
It's just,
Right.
just
to play
to,
with.
to have that, just to throw in.
But it's funny for the people that got in it late, and then the government was like, "Nah, these are legal."
Right.
And you're like, "Oh, I got 20 of these
They
in
illegal?
the house." For a while, they made it illegal, and you had to wear helmets. And then there's a bunch of kids that had them that they were like, "No, you have to be over 16."
Yeah,
and
then weren't they
Dang.
blowing
Oh,
up
wow.
too? Like some
some
blew
of
up.
them
was
was
yeah.
bad.
batteries.
And parents and that wave was gone. But you had all the people who went in late and blew money and lost.
Man,
Dude, like just stop trying to hustle.
once I figured out how to
Get it
ride them
together.
things, I was all
Yeah.
in on them joints.
That's why I haven't hopped in Dogecoin because I'm like, is it going to get more than 8
Right.
cents? It might. When I haven't hopped in, I was like, and I don't know enough about it. I was like,
And when I say stop trying to hustle, I don't mean hustle in the sense of working hard. I mean hustle trying to get over.
Trying to
Right.
cheat.
Stop trying to cheat and get over. Just do the damn work.
do
Do the damn work.
Yeah, you
the
gotta,
American way.
you gotta do your research on stuff.
Yo, so how's the Spanish been going, Keon?
It's going really well.
Oh, come
Yeah.
on,
You're
you're supposed to say
muy
muy
bien.
bien.
I know.
Yeah,
It's
he ain't
super
about the
set up.
Spanish life.
I didn't know
about that.
I didn't know I was debuting my lesson.
I mean, you know,
Ain't about
you
La
out here in
vida.
the community.
Lo siento. Lo siento.
Yeah,
Oh,
Okay,
look at
okay,
it.
yeah, the apology.
No, it's dope, man. The Babbel, I do it every night, 15 minutes. What I like about it is it gives you your options for how you learn.
Okay,
Right. So some people like to do. Let me get flashcards. Let me do the writing. Let me hear it. Let me talk it.
right.
They give you all 4 choices when you do your reviews every lesson. So I've been doing all speaking and all listening
Okay.
because I figure that's how we use it. It ain't like somebody's slipping me note cards or
You
whatever.
don't do no cards at the taco truck? I
Nah.
do. I'll be like, yeah.
Hola.
Con asada y.
I hand them
Hold
note
on.
cards all the time.
Hold on. Carne asada y hold on. Queso.
So so every review, you can just go and listen to it, and then they'll have you. They either have you. My favorite way is they'll do a full conversation in Spanish, and then they'll be like, now, where's Chaz from? Somewhere in that conversation it said where you're from.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then where they live. What do you? And you have to. So it forces me to actually understand the Spanish language, and that part of it I'm actually picking up fast.
That's good.
Like
That's
a full conversation. I'm like, I know exactly what they said. Getting it back out,
Oh, that's hard.
that's gonna take time.
Yeah.
That's gonna take time, but it breaks it all down, and you do your verbs. You know, that's the hardest part, getting all the verbs right, and you do that every day, and I feel it coming. I feel it coming.
The
I'm like-
fluentness.
yeah, I'm like, all right. Worst case, if I go somewhere, I can at least know what they're saying to me, and then I'll break out my flashcards.
But your mother-in-law speaks fluent Spanish, right?
Fluent.
Do you ever just call her and practice with her?
No,
Well,
she's busy as
well,
hell.
now
She
you
has a
know.
job, Chaz.
Well,
Now you know
I'm not saying you call her at 9 p.m. Hey.
she is very busy. She is a registered head nurse.
Oh, yeah.
And at COVID time, she has no time for nothing.
She got time for you, buddy.
Yeah, she definitely make the time.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
You wanna
the
learn Spanish?
grandbaby's
Right.
calling. Nah, it's
Exactly.
me.
No,
Oh,
it's
hang up on you. Lo siento.
Have you been doing yours?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I did it. I did it that initial like 2 days, and then I'll be forgetting. You know what I'm saying?
But your mate speaks Spanish
does it
fluently.
have
y'all.
Spanish?
Does it
Yeah.
have the
I
reminder?
I didn't know that.
Huh?
She speaks fluent Spanish?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you should be in there.
Does it have the reminder, Keon?
Yeah. I
Like if
set
you-
an alarm,
Okay.
but it has it lets you know this is what you're supposed to do. Like every day you pick your lesson, and then you pick your own time, and then it's done. It has you do the review. Whatever ones you got wrong, is going to be on the review the next day.
You know, it's always coming back in the
Yeah,
review.
because like they'll
I
just give you a
remember them
score.
days.
You'll have like it'd be like you got 20 out of 23 right, and you'd be like, oh, I'm feeling good. And the next day they'd be like, but these 3, go back over these,
Remember this?
and get it right. And you'd be like,
Ah.
because a lot of times you get it wrong and it wasn't your fault. Like you because sometimes they have you spell it. Like I don't know how to spell Spanish. Like
That upside down question mark. The hell is
and then
that?
like the United States, like to say that word out loud, I can't
But yo,
spell that.
Unidos?
Yeah, I
but
can't
the
spell it.
genius of the upside down question mark is that you know it's a question in the very beginning of the sentence. That's the beauty of it though,
Man.
because from the beginning you go upside down question mark, a question is coming,
Yeah.
and then by the end of it there's another
They
question
give
mark.
you the heads up.
The heads up.
Well, it's
Like, it's
also-
genius.
It's also good because sometimes you get them wrong and you just forget about them and
Right.
you never learn
You
them.
never
So
go
the
back.
reminder
Yeah.
is, oh, okay.
And we're just
Remember
talking about
this?
Spanish, guys, because that's what I'm doing. But it offers 100 different languages. So
Absolutely.
whatever you want to learn,
They
go
got
ahead and learn
French,
that. They got French, they
Dutch,
got Arabic,
German,
I was gonna make up some shit. I don't know.
Vietnamese,
9.
Chinese. Or what they
9
call
is in every
Mandarin?
language.
Well,
9.
there's several different
Yeah.
Cantonese.
So it's like so, but they have them all. They have them all. And if you guys want to check it out, and this is one I'm like, I'm putting a stamp on this. I'm using it. It is
Okay.
working. And
Babbel.
I'm gonna get back in there.
yeah, when you purchase right now, if you purchase 3-month Babbel subscription, you get an additional 3 months free. So that's 6 months of
That's
learning a
That's a
language
good time.
Yeah.
every day too. I'm only doing 15 minutes. You can do an hour.
All right.
You can do however long you feel like you want to
Whenever
do.
you be.
So that's 6 months for just the price of 3 months. You go to Babbel.com. Use our promo code ISSUES. Babbel is
Yeah. Two Bs.
BABBEL.com. Promo code
Babbel.
ISSUES. Extra 3 months free.
Yeah.
Let's be. We're the only country that don't be knowing stuff, man.
Right.
Let's learn some language.
I want to
You don't
get so
speak
good
American?
at Spanish that my English sounds foreign. You're like, where you from? I'm from
Who are you, Tony
Chicago.
Baker? What?
Tony Baker.
But every
Why you
time I
saying that?
talk, I'm like, where you from? You know what I'm saying?
That's hilarious. Tony's just like, I'm Tony Baker.
You sound like Antonio
It's so
Banderas.
hard for me to say this in English.
How do you say?
Oh, he'd be like, ¿Cómo se dice?
Tony Baker.
Come on, my English to sound like that, man.
You start texting J-E, J-E, J-E.
Speaking of research, man, y'all want to do some questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, snap. Let's do some questions.
All right, I got a question.
Oh, I'm sorry. Real quick. I'm sorry. Let me just give an update to the people. They keep asking me about the cleanse that I was on.
Oh, yeah.
So it's called the New Body Nutrition Cleanse. If I didn't answer you in the comments, it's the New Body Nutrition Cleanse. Day 16. I do miss coffee. It's the only thing I miss is I feel tired all the time now again. I felt great, man. First week, mad energy. I was like, woo. And now I'm like, I need
Nature's
Woo.
coffee. Chaz.
I drink a lot of water. I did a
Nature's
gallon. I've done a gallon every day, or at least a half gallon.
Yes,
But I've done a
gallon a
gallon every
day.
day since.
Gallon of good.
But now I just like I'm trying to stay up and work and I can't, and then I've been out by like 9 every day. It's awful.
You doing, is
Get
this
off
for
it.
like a birthday body thing? Where
Oh, what?
you going on vacation or something? You know,
No,
some
no,
people
it
do
was after like
cleanses
the New
before.
Year, and then Bent was like, "Yo, do this cleanse. I'm doing this cleanse. You trying to do this cleanse, or you a bitch?" And I was like, "I ain't no
Damn.
Let's do
Oh,
this
that's a
cleanse. That's how we do it."
Ben, you know what's funny? Ben never posts on IG. As soon as he started doing that clean, day 30. I've never seen him post on IG. He got on
posts
that
every
clean. He
now and
posts
then.
every
Only
day.
out the country with a cigar.
Yeah, without the country. Yeah. So yeah, day 16, people. Only clean eating, no dairy, no meat, no sugars, no any of the other stuff.
He's gonna get off this coffee, man.
Nah, I'm going back to coffee though.
You gotta
Don't
get
do
off
Because
it,
I
man.
can't do nothing
do it,
at
man.
night. I hate that. I don't like not being able to work at night. I
Don't
feel
come
so
back, man.
unproductive. Unless
Go
I
to
can
sleep.
find a No, because then I can't get shit
I
done.
told you,
I'm
beet
wasting
juice.
16 hours not getting work done.
There's
No.
got to be another substitute.
I've been looking
Other
and
than
nothing's
coffee.
worked. I need
Chaz, come in next week. I'm good. I found it, Tony.
I found it.
I
no
found it.
sugar.
It's all natural.
No sugar. Hey, I
It's
need a
all
break. I'll be
natural.
back in 10 minutes.
All right, let's
That's
go to
tough,
questions.
man. That's addiction. AE Jax. AE Jax. Shout out to AE Jax for sending the question. AE Jax 87. You guys, Tony and Keon, express how your parents went through colorism growing up. Has the rest of the group's parents experienced colorism? Have you guys experienced colorism? And have your kids experienced anything similar?
Oh, just us two?
Yeah, because
You
you
like-
know.
You want to go ahead?
Nah.
Single jaw out.
Yeah, I can come back to the kids
quick
later,
nah.
but yeah, y'all gotta go.
Not really.
Yeah, my mom's dark skinned and my dad's light skinned. And so my mom always dealt with being a dark skinned girl.
Mhm.
You know, so she definitely battled like outside and inside hate. You know, so because I think there was a time that because especially being younger, there was a time with being dark skinned, she didn't feel pretty or beautiful. But you get that from the outside.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it wasn't enough people in her corner telling her how beautiful she is. You know, and then my dad being a light skinned dude, you automatically get the pretty boy. You know, my dad was a pretty boy growing, light brown eyes.
Is he
and
mad
stuff
light
like
skin?
that.
Like DeBarge?
When you see the younger pictures, you go, he yellow.
Like Busy
You like
Bone?
Kendrick?
No, but
Keelan?
I'll show you guys a picture of him. But he's definitely like a yellow dude.
You didn't get no light skin.
Give us a comparison.
Well, I was way more light skinned back in the day. LA burnt me up.
You like Jeffrey Wright light skin?
Yeah.
That's Kendrick, right? Or is Kendrick? That's
I mean,
brighter.
You trying to
Yeah,
figure out
With
how
the
light skin your
babies, it's hard to
son
judge
is?
because their colors always change.
Yeah.
But you know, so even though like it was like, or is this paradox like the my mom being dark skinned? So I don't think that it's just like she was made fun of. They were teased. It'd be
Yeah.
a go to on the dark skin tip, but light skin and dark skin people catch it.
Yeah.
'Cause my dad caught it too. You know what I
pretty
mean?
boy side? Because
Yeah,
they
well-
hate it. Oh, you think you better than
Oh
us
yeah, you
'cause
light skin. You're not fully
light-skinned.
black. Blah blah blah.
That's-
You
that's
catch.
how it was
Yeah,
with
you
my
catch that
mom.
stuff also.
See,
Yeah.
when I wouldn't say colorism, it was just politically incorrectness. Because as we learn more and more, we can make those adjustments. But back then, we didn't know.
Right.
So it was light skin, dark skin. This you was calling people mulattoes instead of, and calling them mixed instead of
Yeah.
multiracial, and there was just a whole bunch of politically incorrect. So
Right.
as the information kept coming, it wasn't.
I thought mulatto was okay until Candace Thompson told me what it meant. I had no idea it meant like a donkey is what they called a mulatto. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I didn't either.
She was like, no.
Because
She was
there's
like,
two breeds that they put
yeah.
together.
She was like, it's a horse and a mule,
Yes.
or is vice versa?
Because I had a
Horses-
light skinned dude is the one who said mulatto. He was like, I'm mulatto. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
I guess
even
this
though.
is-
It
yeah,
sounds
this
it sounds great. Sounds all
it sounds
exotic
fancy.
and shit.
It sounds like
you
a
mulatto.
Just like, you'd
Spanish
be like,
girl
I'm
from the
mixed.
90s.
You'd be like, you mixed.
You got that new mulatto album? They nice. They
Yeah.
nice.
You know what I noticed?
You know they all got a high pitched voice.
All of them. You know what I noticed? Like more women put their ethnic makeup on their social media. than
They
men.
be the flags.
They always put
they
the flags
all
up way
do
more
that.
than men do. They're like you
We
know,
just be like, man.
dudes just be like
Penis.
Yeah. I just be on here talking shit. But like they always put their makeup
That's fact.
in
I
there.
thot about that.
They
As
do.
far
Their
as
social media.
because I finally got my ancestry DNA, and I was like, oh, I can get a flag now in my car.
Put the American flag up, man.
Oh no.
Be proud. Proud to be an American.
You said, oh no. I said,
Well, no, it's just everybody got that. It'll be like, oh, Rocky, looks like you got the Rocky glove in your car. Oh, you got the bootleg Puerto Rican glove in your car. It's like, no, it's an American glove. Now I could actually.
I wonder why that is. Why the women.
Women do it way
that.
more. They always I see the flags and constant
I'm
account.
mad.
They're
Scotty
way
when I get
more in
home.
touch with themselves. That's why. All
I touch
aspects-
myself all the time.
wrong touch, Keon. Wrong touch. Bad touch, Keon. I've noticed this though. I feel like, and I talked to a few light skinned people about it, about acting blacker, quote unquote, around other black people to feel like, to even like
That's the
going
thing.
hard. Like I've definitely seen light skinned people go hard. Like, yo, blah, 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 blah. You're like, hey.
That's
hey,
definitely a
now.
thing.
I definitely see people that are racially mixed. They lean towards one side more. Like my boys, they would be like Puerto Rican and Spanish. They would lean heavily towards the Puerto Rican side. Like, how come you'll never rep the Spanish? Man, look out, man. Puerto Rican. They got the flags over there. People lean towards one side for sure. A lot, heavy. Sabrina's mixed. She doesn't really lean. I noticed. Like she's pretty straight down the middle. Because she's very aware of Dominican, Puerto Rican with the Haitian mix on the Dominican side. So she's very
They sound like an order. The little
she
Haitian
represents
on
it
the
all.
side.
She'll tell you everything rather than just be like, I'm Puerto Rican. She's like, actually, it's both. And people will judge you for claiming both.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you claiming both sides equally?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
That's how I want Iz to be. I was like, you Mexican and black. You're 100% Mexican. You're 100% black.
Yeah.
Period.
And people do that. Like if you're black and mixed with something else,
Yeah.
and you say, "Oh, I'm both," he'd be like, "Oh, you think
Which is
you better than
unfair
blacks?"
because you want me to deny a parent.
right.
Which is
That
ridiculous.
don't make no
Well,
sense.
besides a whole lineage, a whole
Right.
family,
A whole
line.
culture. I'm like, no, you got two dope cultures, homie.
And I can see if you was raised by one side,
Right.
and then you kind of lean
For
more
sure.
because you know
That's
that's
what
how
you
you
relate
grew
to.
up.
That's what you say.
Yeah.
Right.
I even,
Some people lean towards the side that didn't even raise them.
Mhm.
Because of
Yeah,
who they
man.
hang out with or who they married or who they.
just be like, nah, man, your
Or-
dad
or-
wasn't in your life.
A lot of times they'll lean towards what society would see them as.
Right.
So it doesn't matter that you're mixed with. If you see me as this, I'm gonna lean into that. You know what I
Right.
mean? What's her name does a very good job of always acknowledging both. What's the tennis?
Osaka.
She because they always try to call her Japanese, and she'd be like, "No, I am Japanese and Haitian."
Right.
And she goes really hard for Haiti
That's
because they
great.
always try to get that out of there, and
Yep.
she's like, "No."
They always try to sweep one of them under
Yeah,
the rug.
she's
like,
like,
nah,
no.
man, both.
And it's usually the
bitch.
darker one. Whatever was the darker one, they'd be like, "Nah, you don't need that."
Yeah.
And she's like, "No."
But that was even the thing of why her name is Osaka, because it was like once they moved to Japan, they didn't want her being made fun of because of her last name. So they wanted her to fit in. So it was like, take my mom's last name to fit in. Which she was like, in hindsight, we do something different now. But as a kid, he was like, your name is everything in Japan. It's way more of like a classism system than, but dark skin anywhere in any nation
Right.
is always looked down upon.
Right.
Right.
Period.
Every time.
They do it. They do. They even change if you coming into a new country, new city, the billboards. They never use the darker skinned people and you can be in a country full of it's Africa. We
Yeah.
darker. No, all the fair skinned ones will be on the signs and you're just like,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I make sure my son identifies with his mother's other half as well. Like I even had him play in the Maccabi basketball league, so he could get. It's a Jewish basketball league, so that he could get more in tune and hang around some of his other side.
Sage?
Right.
Yeah, Sage.
Was he killing?
Yeah,
had to be
man, no, you be real. They had the point guard from Compton Magic, and there's more multi-racial kids in the Maccabi league.
It was like, you thought you were the only one?
Craig was like, okay, you playing this
Thought
league,
you
you
was the
gonna
only
get if he
one,
came
huh?
out there.
You go average 40 and 40. It's a different day and age now.
Yeah.
And the colorism continues, man.
Right.
Everybody, that's that light skin shit. That's
Yeah.
that.
I hate that too.
It's so corny,
I hate
man.
it.
It's corny for sure now. It's been so played out
Yeah.
for 20 years now.
You know what I
Man.
noticed too? I feel like when it comes to men, being light skinned is more like a diss, and when it comes to women, it's more praise, and then it's vice versa. When it comes to women, dark skin, but the men, it's like, oh, this tall, dark.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
Because
I wonder why that's a
if
thing.
you light
too.
skinned and you're a dude, you soft.
You soft,
Yeah,
or
you
you
soft,
pretty,
you
or
emotional,
You
yeah.
get Kool-Aid stains on your
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
You turn red.
That's
when
gotta
it's
be
hot.
annoying to the light skinned dudes. Be like, man, that's that light skin shit. Be like, hey,
Yeah.
bro, I ain't even, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even like that.
Right.
That's tough.
You
man.
bruise easily.
Right.
Mhm.
And then with the women, it's just the cold reverse,
Right.
and it's just like, why?
Mhm.
No.
Anyway, y'all. So as y'all know, man, I'm a music guy. Like I need music for every step I take.
Indeed you do.
Every step, every trip, every walk. I don't even listen to my own podcast, but I need that music in my life. So I, normally I got the Bose headphones.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I like the Bose.
Somebody give you that as a gift once.
Yeah,
big
you
fan
did,
of
man.
that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And
I just
then
like big headphones.
I broke them on purpose. And then and they have to be the ones that surround the
Yeah,
ear,
that's what I'm
so
saying,
they
like
don't
these. I
press
like
the
the
bone.
big-
Right.
The Don't Talk to Me's.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the Don't Talk to Me's.
However, I'm not opposed to the ones that fit in your ear, especially when I'm doing
No.
like activities.
Those
Because
the
you get
mini
more-
Don't Talk to Me's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can do like I don't feel, like the weight on my head or anything.
Right.
I'm just out here. Or sometimes I listen to music when I go to sleep.
People still gonna talk to you though when you got the
Oh,
ones that just
facts.
go in the ear. They be like,
Facts.
yeah, I didn't know you had.
They think you're on a Bluetooth or something like that.
Yeah, man. I want you to know I'm not listening to nothing you get. And
But
you're
if-
interrupted.
Yeah. But if you're laying down,
Yeah.
you can do this without that's the only thing I don't like about the big
Mhm.
bodies.
The
When I
lay
lay
down.
down and I can just move.
Yeah.
And that's what I do like about the Raycon joints.
Mhm.
Raycon,
Raycons, man. Tell us
yeah,
more about the Raycon.
wireless earbuds. All right, made by or is it his company? Ray J.
I don't know. Ray J is involved.
He's
I don't
involved.
know if it's
Yeah, I've
his
seen them
company.
all over, but this is rare. It's the wireless headphones, earbuds by Ray J. You can do it all. You can listen to your podcast, like you said, your music, your everything like that.
Music.
You can control the volume. You can control skipping track. You just
love
press
that,
the
though.
button. Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
press the button. Comes with a little charger.
Futuristic.
Yeah.
Put the little charger on there, it charges up. It gives you up to 6 hours.
Okay.
6 hours of straight play.
That's a good time.
The
right
battery
there.
lasts 24 hours, but straight play you can get 6.
Oh, you get a full workout in.
Yeah, you can play a couple games of hoop.
That's a full trip to the East Coast.
What?
Yeah, in the plane.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm thinking driving, and I don't know why.
I don't know why
I
he
don't
went
know
to
why I went
driving.
to drive. I was like, what?
That's a
How
long
you
trip.
driving? What are you, 1920?
1,000 miles per hour.
I was like 6 hours. All right, I'm riding with Chaz from here on out.
Yeah.
But yeah, anytime, anywhere, man, you can use these. And best part, it comes with a great sound, accessible to everybody. Like I said, we're offering 15%. We're offering you 15% off all their products when you go to buyraycon.com/issues. Okay,
/issue.
that's it. You'll get 15% off your entire Raycon order.
Dope.
Just 15% off at buyraycon.com/issues.
Wait, how are we spelling Raycon?
Oh, good question. That is RAYCON.
You see what it is? The
Good.
ray?
Yeah, I got
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, radiation.
You see my Ray action?
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
It's a great
We
question.
we reflected on that.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Why?
Yeah, that
Like
was a
we
good
know
question.
why, but it's like why
sucks,
are we
man.
still doing? I
We're
guess
still
that's my
doing
question.
this.
Why are we still doing this?
Right.
We know why, but why are we still doing this?
If we
It
perpetuate
takes generations to change. So,
That's facts.
what I teach my kids may not have been what I done.
Mhm.
Right.
That's facts.
That's facts.
Nice, Craig. That's way to sum that up right there.
Mhm.
I mean, that's what we're
Craig
supposed to be
always
doing as parents, as fathers. We're supposed to be changing every generation should be getting better, should be
Right.
improving, whether it's internally, emotionally, financially. Like your kids should be a better version of whatever the hell you were.
And it's so stupid, man. You ain't got no control over your skin tone.
Right.
Like, look at my sons, man. Serene is lighter than Sincere. They're two different tones.
It's way too different.
Like Serene, I would say is lighter than me, and then Sincere is darker than me. So I'm
Yep,
in the
for
middle,
sure.
in the in between. And then their mom, she's probably even lighter than Serene. So she's the lightest of us all. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at her, you mix. You know what I'm saying? But her parents are just black. You know.
I
right?
never thought mix. That's not-
Yeah, but you could though, because she's
Yeah.
so like
I never thought mix.
brighter. But and it just don't it don't matter. Like you know what I'm saying? But
I'm
people
like,
make it.
Right.
people catch bricks with that anyway. It goes. It's like they're like, "Oh, Chaz, how's your daddy light skin?" You're like, "What you mean?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't get none of his light skinness?" You're like, "Nah." What you mean? I'm just keep going. Like, then they gonna be.
Because my brother's, he's a lot darker than me. So growing up, I was a light skinned one. You know what I mean?
I
But
mean, you're
then-
not even light skinned.
Well, especially not now.
In
And
the
even,
house,
but even
right.
well, yeah, in the house. But even when I was younger, I never was like light skinned. You weren't like the light
Yeah.
skinned kid. You know.
I'd never considered myself light
Me
skinned
either.
until
Yeah.
people was trying to throw it on me.
I
I'm
didn't
like,
hear
hey,
it a
man, I
lot
ain't
till I
light-skinned.
got out here. Really.
Yeah, I was just like, wait, what? You know? And in Chicago, you get so many different tones
Right.
out there. It was like, and then we were all black. Everything was black, blickety black.
Right. Right.
My upbringing was super black.
Right.
It was like Chicago's black city. It's so segregated.
Mhm.
One of the most segregated cities in the country. And it was just like, the different tones. But I never considered myself on the lighter side for some reason. Probably because I live with my mom and she's like she's this.
Yeah.
So I
His
consider
luminescence.
I was Wesley Snipes, when I would look at that, but yeah, I'm out here chocolatey.
we got to skip a lot of it. There was some, but where I grew up in the projects, it was everybody was there.
Yeah.
For every nationality, and it was there. People were there for like 20, 30 years before I came there. So
Yeah.
it was intermixing throughout all the buildings. So it
In
wasn't
New York,
nothing
y'all
new.
got real backgrounds. You got
Yeah.
Haitians,
Yeah.
Caribbean. Y'all got some real we just got it.
So in our
That's dope.
in our community, it was just super, super multiracial. So it was like, oh.
I
that's
think I
just
never
what
noticed
is.
it like that either because of the Bay Area. The Bay, you have everything there. Like
Hippie
not-
town. Everybody
just
will
so
move
many-
to get
like,
away
a lot of
from it.
people
No
don't-
deodorant in the Bay. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people don't know what like certain stuff is. They're like, "What is a?" I remember my friend of mine was like, "What's a Filipino?" I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Hey man, that was me.
Oh, was that you?
Because the
like-
Midwest is not like
I
that.
was like, "What are you talking about?"
I never heard of Armenians. I never
Armenians is new to me. That's probably the newest thing.
Yeah, I
when
was
I moved to
like-
Glendale, I was like, Armenians?
Yeah, because people was like Kim
what's
Kardashian's
that
Armenian.
mean?
I was like, what I was like, what do you mean?
What's that?
She's mean or
Yeah.
she's our what?
That was
I
normal,
thought it was some word somebody was trying to
Yeah.
I never knew Filipino, Armenians. There's some
Filipino
other
I knew.
ones. And I was like, wait, huh?
My brother's first wife is Filipino, but she lives so far from where we live. I'm like, first of all, how did y'all even meet? 'Cause when we used to go to her house with him, and we had to take the L train, the bus. I'm like, how did y'all even meet? So we had to take a trek to get over there to that side of town. So that was my introduction to Filipino.
Yeah.
In the 80s.
I swear, I learned. I was coaching a middle school in LA, and in Van Nuys, and this kid, he was Filipino, and he was like, "Hey, my mom's gonna bring you lumpia." And
Yeah.
And I was like, lumpia. I was like, what is that? He was like, oh, it's Filipino egg rolls. And I was like,
the hell it is.
I was like, a what? And I was like, I don't like egg rolls. He was like, no, but it's different.
Man,
They're Filipino.
out,
And he was like, they're Filipino. I was like, what word are you saying? Or what? He's like,
Yeah.
Filipino. I'm like, what is that? And he was like, it's like, Jesus, coach. You can't be this stupid.
You get some pancit as well?
And no, we just did a Filipino. Because then I found Jollibee's, which is like a Filipino fast food
that
spot.
chicken empanada.
Hey, that shit, I went all in. I was like,
Filipino
ooh.
food is
Don't
good.
get that slush with the
Shout out to
beans
the
and the
Philippines,
cherry
man.
sauce.
I had a teammate who was
man.
Filipino. And
Yeah.
his girl was Filipino. So in college, your parents come to visit. Well, parents there, whatever, and parents would they cook. They don't just cook for you. They cook for the whole.
Goddamn
So,
right.
His girl's mom came. She made pancit. She made chicken adobo.
Oh,
she made lumpia. She made
Shout out
like this
Rocky
feast, right?
Rock.
And I ate so much adobo. She was like, next
Adobo
time I
connect.
come, I got you. And I was like, okay.
Yes.
She brought me a pot for me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I
You
will
got an
marry
adobo
you.
connect? I got an adobo connect.
I was like,
You gotta have a
yo.
connect. My boy
Filipino
Rocky
food.
Rock called me and be like, yo, I got that adobo. I'd be like, I'm here already. That was the style.
And like when we were growing up in school, we used to have the multicultural days. That was the first time I had lumpia. I'll never forget.
We
I was
did
in the
not.
5th grade. I was in the 5th
no.
grade.
What was you
Chicago?
wearing?
What?
And this girl brought lumpia, and I remember I didn't eat any. I had Chinese food. I was like, I want this. And I
Man.
just kept eating it. The most I ever had in one sitting, this girl I worked with was Filipino. She brought it just for work. She brought boxes. I had 40 lumpias.
So
Hey,
good.
They're
nice
small.
small. You like,
And then
Yeah,
when you have the
easy
sweet
work.
chili sauce, I was
Yes.
just like,
I'm hungry,
Eat them
man.
shit's like popcorn.
man.
I am hungry.
If y'all don't know what Filipino is or lumpia, get on this lumpia, get on the
Lumpia-
adobo,
lumpia is
get
great.
Food
on
is fantastic.
the pancit.
I got some vegan pancit
The
in
cini,
Hawaii.
the cini
I
is
was
good.
all in.
All that, man.
what I found out is a lot of like, there was Armenians in the neighborhood. There were Filipinos, but they were just so irritated with people being like, "Oh, you Lebanese," and
Yeah.
they just were like, "Yeah, all right, whatever."
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
yeah. I get the giving up because you're just
Yeah.
tired of it all
Right.
the time.
Like, no, the Philippines is an island.
I didn't
We had
know.
everything.
I'm gonna say it wrong. Etresian?
Eritrean?
Etrian. I know I was gonna say it wrong. I'm sorry, Etrians. But I was like, I didn't know that until homie.
You
I
thought they were
learned-
Ethiopian or
I never even heard of it. I had no idea.
I heard that like fairly recently too.
Yeah, so I was
Ethiopian been knew that.
like, oh
We
yeah,
like that.
Ethiopian.
Yeah, that was new.
I didn't know Tongan. You know?
Oh, that's all in the Bay.
I knew Samoan, and then I was like, oh, I'm
in
not
the Bay,
Samoan. I'm Tongan. I'm like,
there was Tongan, Hawaiian, and Samoan. They're
Samoan.
all all from.
and so, and when you're a
Pacific
comedian and growing up where I grew up, we joked about any race we didn't know.
Mhm.
So I messed around and
shit.
I messed around and had to really apologize to my homie because he was Tongan. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, man, you Samoan? He was like, I'm Tongan. I was like, that's all the same. He was like, nah, man, it's not the same. And he's a big boy.
Duh. I was gonna say, you don't want them problems.
And I was like, hey, man, my apologies, man. I will go do some research. I'm going to Google right now and find all about your people.
in front of you. So
Chaz came in with that ignorant energy.
See,
like,
and
it's
that
all
was-
the same.
that was so normal.
Laughing at his own jokes. He was like, nah,
Nah,
bro.
man.
Bruh.
It's different.
He was
And
dead
you
serious.
got to fight the whole
And we was
family, too.
cool,
Yeah.
So when he flipped, I was like, oh, this is I offended.
I'm not having a good time with your little ignorance. That's fun. But Midwest is like that.
That was so normal for us. That was so normal. I thought everybody knew what that stuff
It was black and white.
black
out
and
there.
white in Chicago.
Yeah.
Everybody else, everybody's there, but you had to go. You wasn't just
you just see them at work.
you had to go specifically to those areas to.
It
Here
was
y'all
that
are.
segregated.
But it wasn't like it was.
I remember 2 Latinos. I remember like 3, maybe 4 Asian folks. Like
Wow.
in high school, like I remember like a couple of cats. One was Vietnamese, and I forgot the other one. But they were hilarious, man. They would make fun of each other's culture all the time. My man called him a jungle rat. I was like, Jesus,
Oh,
y'all
Jesus.
wild.
Damn,
They were
man.
wild. They were hilarious though, and they were and also 4.0 students.
Yeah.
Right? Like every stereotype was checked.
I got the
You know-
racial mix when I moved to New Mexico. That's when I started seeing like Mexicans, Laotian people, like you know, Filipino was there, white, black. Everybody was more mixed because you know it's a military town. So I was like, oh,
Yeah.
so now I'm experiencing real diversity now.
Yeah.
We were
Even though it
so
leaned
diverse.
white, it was
Yeah.
still everybody was
You still
there.
had got a taste.
Yeah, I was just like, oh,
You got a
this
sampler
is
pack
vastly
platter,
different.
you know?
Yeah,
California was the first place where you go to lunch in school and it's not just the black table, the white. It's just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
oh,
no,
you
we
just
just-
hang out. Yeah.
That's dope.
We were so diverse in high school. We had a club for everything, and like we had a Celtic club. And I was like, these are just white people. And they was like, no, this is Irish, bro. You know, and I was like, oh, all right. We had an LBGT back then. Before that was even like, we had everything. Like we were really super diverse.
that's
Yeah.
dope.
Now, come to find out, you know, that was like we were kids. So yeah, we were diverse. Some of these same people on my Facebook page, things have changed.
Yeah, of
course.
They are not who they were when they were. I don't know if they've got influence. I don't know if they were hiding it. I don't know.
You
but they,
get cut off one time in traffic, and
Yeah,
it's
they
like,
came
I
out.
changed. I
their
don't know.
parents, we was like, oh, you was sat behind me in math. You was chill. And now I was like, these blacks, and it was like, whoa, where did that come from?
I'm kind of glad I
One bad movie
Facebook deleted me.
experience.
I
Yeah.
deleted myself off Facebook.
I'm glad Facebook deleted me now because it's like you know you'll see people you grew up with, you be like, man, you the clan
Oh, they're
leader now?
trash. Yeah,
Dang,
they-
dog.
A lot of people we grew up with is trash. And
Yeah.
I knew the area because when we moved to Antioch, it was a suburban, like, white city.
Mhm.
And then because when they changed, basically kicked, gentrified Hunters Point and spots in Richmond, Oakland, everybody started moving to Antioch. Then it got more diverse.
Right,
'Cause at first you used to be like, Antioch, I'm not from there because it was so white.
right.
And you'd be like, I ain't from there. Then when everybody started moving there, you're like, yeah, I'm from there.
Mhm.
Did they do a HBO special about Hunter's Point?
They might have.
They got a whole HBO
Oh no, I'm
special?
sorry. That's the Hunts. I'm sorry.
But Hunter's
Oh,
Point
oh.
sounds like a place where people die.
Oh, no, Hunter Point. Yeah, it's in San Francisco. And it
Listen,
is.
it has to be violent.
It's
Hunter's
very-
Point?
It's very,
Hunter's
yeah,
Point?
It's
It
not,
has to be.
Yeah,
It's not
people
a
die
fun
there.
place,
Yeah.
you know. So, but they basically offered people a bunch of money for the
Mhm.
land, you know, and people was like, "Oh, I'll take it.
Yeah, and then
Get your ass out to Antioch."
Lancaster.
And
Yeah.
then,
Mhm.
right, and then so that's what happened with Antioch. So now, you know, we grew up. Yeah, it was a lot of different people, but at first that was because I originally grew up in Pittsburgh, which is a city over.
Mm,
Pittsburgh was black, Tongan, Mexican heavy.
mm,
So then when I got to Antioch, even I was kind of like, it's a lot of white kids there.
yeah.
Like even it was a little much
Mm.
because I was just used to being with everybody else.
It's a big transition.
Yeah, and then I was just like, these are, you know, like I remember the first white girl was like, "You're cute." I was like, "Oh,"
No.
you know, because I was just like, I don't do you either. I don't know you guys.
I don't know you
I don't
guys.
know.
And then yeah, but it was really diverse up there.
I was excited about the diversity. One thing I did like about, you know, Chicago being segregated is that Black history was just all the time.
Yeah.
It was like, y'all got to do these papers on these black folks. We had to do them. It wasn't like a block of just black history for us. It was like all year, every year.
That's dope.
Y'all gonna get all this. So that's
dope.
one thing I liked about it. And then, you know, when I moved to New Mexico, I was excited about the diversity. I was like, yo, I got Mexican friends, I got white friends
Right.
now. You know, I was excited about that.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, I fall in with the black crowd because that's just my comfort zone. So
Right.
I'm just, you know, we out here.
Right.
You know, but I was excited about that diversity. I was like, man, because I never realized that about Chicago until like I started traveling in the city more. You go downtown, that's when you see like the white community. I'm just like, yo, they jogging outside in the cold. They ain't got no coat on. You know, and so, but I had to travel to get to that.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, and
That's-
even now, and they set the city up like that by design. It was like,
Oh,
all
of
right,
course.
let's pile the black folks up in these
That's
projects.
why I always promote traveling
Mhm.
because you don't really know what life is until you go somewhere else and see
Right.
how someone else was taught to live it.
Mhm.
Right.
Traveling, is
Even
key.
within your own communities.
Yeah.
Like I had a lot of my friends went to HBCUs, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And so we come from this place that's super, and then they went to like all blacks, right? And even within that, their views change on how they would even look at certain type of black people. Like, well, they're like that because of this. Or, you find out people's different backgrounds. College, you be really getting, it'd be hard hitting. Everybody poor, everybody, you struggling together, you having conversations, and you get to know people, and you're like, oh, these backgrounds are interesting. Yeah. People's stories, like people's individual stories, you'd be like, oh, shit. Man.
College
you
is
have
great,
lived.
man.
Oh, college is the best. I financially, it's stupid.
It's dumb. I recommend the college experience, even if you don't graduate. Just taste it up for a couple years.
How much you grow as a person, how much your eyes open to different things and just different experiences. You're just like, oh, okay, this is what this is for. And they'll even tell you that in my business class, they had a guy come in and we were asking them, in college you're taught you got to get a job and a resume, blah blah, and people were tripping off their majors and shit like that. And this dude, he was CEO of some company. He was like, honestly, when y'all graduate, unless you're going to a specific field, like you're trying to be a doctor or, something like that, we don't give a shit what you're focusing on now. All we want to see is that you started something and you finished it. And we just want to, what you're doing right now is just growing and just learning who you are and learning stuff about yourself. But we don't care about what your major is.
Right.
Like, we stop stressing over this shit. Like, he was real about it. Like, just stop. And I could tell my teacher didn't like it.
Did he say this shit?
No. I would have loved
Stop
it.
stressing over this shit.
But I could tell my teacher, because she was super school. And I could tell she wasn't feeling him because he was just like, he was keeping it real.
Did she do the cleanup after he left?
No, she was just like, because we had another thing in her class where she asked us a question. If you hit the lottery for, I forgot, it was an obscene amount of money, like $300 million. She was like, would you finish school? And everybody in class was like, no.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, why not? Education, blah, blah. And we was like, if we have 300, even if they take they half or 40%, we still got 150.
Yeah.
Why would I be here when I'm only here to get a job to make this kind of money?
Right.
If I have this kind of money, and she was like, what about learning how to manage the money? Well, I either pay somebody or pick up a book and learn how to do it. But the point is, I have the money already. I'm not staying here. I was like, she was like, so you would leave? I was like, the day, when the clock went to 0 on my last game, I would be on a flight the next day.
I'm out.
So
I'm done.
What would you tell your kid when he's like, Dad, I think I just want to make money. I don't want to go to college.
All right, let's make money. Let's learn how to do it. You want to learn how to work this money. We're going to learn how to manage the money. You're not gonna
money
be stupid
itself
with the money.
is a business.
It's
and you have to learn money.
College ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
But I still would want him to be in an environment where, like, all right, if you want to come to work, that's fine, but work at a spot where they have people your age. And I still want the experience of your early, your 18 to 25, that area where you do a lot of growing and stuff like that. Hang out with people your age, party with people your age, do all that stuff, get friends. Even if you got to travel with a small group your age and y'all go see stuff, just whatever. Like, you don't have to go to college, but you should have experiences at that age and find yourself.
Absolutely. That's why I'm pissed off with COVID's musty ass, man. Sincere was loving that college experience. Man. Out on his own, his friends. San Francisco, that's one of the best
right,
cities
you said
out.
his crew is super diverse,
He was
right?
loving, yes. He was
my
loving
daughter
it.
was having her HBCU experience.
Man.
Parties in the lunch cafeteria. Gone.
The best times of their lives just wiped off the
Right.
table. COVID was like, nah, man. I was like, oh, I hate it. I had
The beast.
I would
That's all I
think
think
you would
about.
be a fan.
I had
of
wine
that.
recently. I had wine recently because we were doing the challenge show on Kev on Stage Studios. Get the app, you know what I'm saying? We did the challenge show. We were doing wine tasting.
Okay.
And I didn't know that the names of the wines were based on the grapes. That's what the grapes are called.
Okay.
And I was like,
I did not know
I
that.
thought it was brand names. It was like, oh, no, these are the names of the grapes. And I was like, my head exploded.
I don't know anything
Wait,
about
so Merlot
wine.
is a grape?
Yes.
I never
I
knew
thought that was the brand name, like a Merlot.
Because people say that I like a nice Merlot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Chardonnay.
Wow,
And,
that's a
I thought
grape.
that was just brand names. He was like, no, it's the grapes. I was like,
Because you don't see Merlot grapes in the stores. The Chardonnay
No, all I
grapes.
see is Concord grapes,
Right.
green, red,
Right.
globe.
Right.
That's all you
Globe.
see on the grape tip.
A dole here and there.
Yeah, man. I was
That just
shocked.
blew my mind. I
Keon's
did not know
mind.
that. Yeah.
Keon's
like,
mind is against
Yeah,
the
his
wall.
mind just
splattered.
exploded.
I was like, what?
His brain is oozing out of his nostrils.
I'm a fan of wine, though.
Wow.
As
Wine
I've
be-
gotten older,
Wine be getting me toe up low key.
Well, yeah.
the reds, I like the reds more than the whites.
I like the white better.
Yeah?
Give me the white.
I like them all.
I
Just
like
a
the
good wine
reds.
tasting session.
Craig looks like he crossed his legs mid wine.
I do this.
Oh,
I
I
get my,
see.
I get my swirl going.
You have a wine subscription?
It was champagne. I had to get champagne from
Ah.
a spot.
Champagne.
Yeah.
Bright Cellars is the wine subscription.
Bright Cellars.
Yep, Bright Cellars, and they give you. It comes in a nice box. I got 6 bottles.
Okay.
Came in a nice little box. I learned a lot. One, wine's supposed to be stored on the side, never up. Did not know that. So it comes.
So
in
it
a-
makes sense.
So
it comes in a little box, yeah, and it's on its side. Also didn't know, depending on what you get, they're supposed to be at certain temperatures.
Okay.
And we just throw it in the freezer or leave it out or whatever.
In
and
the
it's like,
freezer?
no. Or some people they'll be like, it come with little cards. Each one you get, they come with little cards. And so it'd be like, for this particular wine that you got, you put this one in the freezer for 5 minutes before serving.
Oh.
Or you put this one in the fridge for 20 minutes before serving. This one served at room temperature. And I also didn't know, I thought you could leave wine out after you're done. Every wine is supposed to be refrigerated after if it's opened. And some people just leave it in there. You got 5 to 7 days and then it's out.
Wow.
I thought you just want, it's an alcoholic beverage.
Yeah.
So what happens?
You
It gets
treat it like a
stronger.
beer.
It's done.
It gets
Like,
stronger
I
after
think
7 days.
It's not recommended to have after. I don't know if it spoils.
Does
I
it
don't
blow
know what
up?
it
I
is.
think it might spoil.
I
at
think
that
so.
point.
It's fresh. It was not fresh. It's
But some of them
fermented.
wines be
I don't
sitting
know.
in there.
But they're
aged.
closed
Ah.
Yeah.
once they're open.
Can
Just
you
like,
seal orange juice like this?
That would be amazing.
'Cause
Well,
they
you
were
still
like-
have 5 to 7 days.
Like milk? Can
This
you
is
do
a
milk on the seal?
1777 Merlot. You'd be like,
Yeah,
dang,
this is
this
a
thing 30 years old.
1952. You know what I'm saying?
Sunny Delight.
Yeah, Tampico.
I didn't know that. And it's the best part is the cards, because when you fill out the you get on there, you do your prescription, and they're trying to match what you like.
Mhm.
So when I filled mine out, I was like, they sent the 6 bottles, and it's delicious. But I was like, I can't tell if it's wine's just fire or because I filled it out and they matched it to what I like. So every one has been phenomenal, and I'm like, they did a good job.
Does it have like a meal match on the card too?
So it comes, yeah. So it comes. It'll tell
Oh,
you.
look at Craig knowing.
Hey
that.
man, I know what goes with my steak.
classy
goes with my
bastard.
fish.
It does that, bro.
Sorry.
It comes with what thing. So like it says it has like black cherries, raspberries, strawberry, black pepper. Right, that's what this one is.
Black pepper.
And then it'll tell
Damn,
you like
what?
That's
you
the
feel like
key.
what do you call it? Wine. What are what are they called?
Sommelier or whatever?
Sommelier.
Yeah.
So it has all that in. So I'm playing with mine. So I was like, this is a wine from Northern California. It comes because all that's on the card. So you can just read it. And you can sniff.
Put your nose in
There's
there.
a black pepper hint of it. It has
swirl
all
it
that.
around to
And
see.
then right underneath that, best paired with, and it'll have whatever meal goes well with that wine. And all this is on the card and what temperature to put it at. Like, I was like, I didn't know any of this.
yeah.
Crazy.
And because it's paired to you, it's good. Like, we've been drunk every night on accident because
On accident. Maybe you guys are just this beginning phase of alcoholism.
This is where it starts.
it's fire
Yeah.
wine. Imagine if alcohol, just everything you got was custom to you. You know what I'm saying? You'd be doing everything a lot more.
Miller
Everything
Lite is
was
like
custom. Is it?
It's
What?
tailor made to your lifestyle.
Oh man, you
Miller
start
Lite.
with the commercials.
But yeah, it's a 30-second quiz. It's a 30-second quiz, and they'll pair you with 6 unique wines.
Dope.
That's it. It's that simple. Sorry, Cam.
I got to start getting into wine. I don't ever drink wine. I don't ever drink anything. So
It could be a
You
tight
own
ass,
guns.
man.
You don't
Oh,
have to
man.
drink
Quit
anything.
being a tight ass.
Wine
you
is. I
mean?
feel like wine is the adult. We're just gonna chill and hang out. You know what I mean? Like liquor it hit different.
Yeah.
Liquor brings out a different person in you, whereas wine is just like, hello, Chaz.
But you be feeling good.
Yeah,
eyes
you
low.
just be like, yes.
My stocks went
After
up.
30, you got to give up on the $2 chuck and take it up a little.
Yeah,
bit.
and you got to get wine subscriptions. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And when it's paired to you, a lot of people's issue, I feel like, when it comes to these kind of beverages, is taste nasty. It ain't good, but if it's paired to your liking,
I like white
it hook
wine.
you
though.
up.
It feel like Christmas too. It just come and you be like, oh, we
Yeah.
got new wine.
Right. And I like the box. We almost kept the box, like, 'cause I just liked it. It was paired. It was 3 and 3 on different levels. It came in a nice box. I was just like,
Y'all
I just
finished
want to
it?
keep it.
You was
We
gonna
have
store shoes.
2
in
bottles
there?
left.
Oh man.
We have the white because they
They
sent.
got it
It is
yesterday.
Because they sent. What they'll do is they'll say, they'll be like, "What do you like, red or white?" You know what I mean? You fill that out, or you can put "surprise me," and they'll just put based on what you filled out.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I got 1 white. because they sent me one Chardonnay because I was like, I'm not really big a fan. They was like, well, just try this one.
Right.
And let us know. But the rest was like, I got a lot of red blends, and they was really good.
Okay.
So for our podcast listeners, we're giving you 50% off.
Whoa.
Okay.
50% off. Your
Half?
first 6 bottles, half off.
You
That's
can't
you
beat
better
that.
at least
Right.
get 6
Half
bottles.
off
Half.
from Bright Cellars. Go to brightsellers.com/issues.
Are we saying sellers like sellers?
So
like I'm
Bright
selling
Cellars-
you stuff, or like a dark
no.
seller?
Bright, BRIGHT. Cellars is
wine
Wine
CELLARS.
sellers.
.com /issues. Take the 7-question quiz. Get your wine matches. Again, you get 15% off. 50% off. 50% off.
Yeah, that's great.
Your first 6-bottle order.
50% off.
You got to
That's
try it.
fantastic.
Have a little
great.
wine. Y'all grown. Get on it.
Chaz need to try it for the first time in his life.
I've had wine before.
Have you?
I think.
You
I
think?
don't think you have.
If you
Chaz.
think, nah.
I don't think you have.
Did it have ice in it?
What? Yeah.
Then,
no, I don't think I.
You and Yo got to come over and try some wine.
She's
Did you try
she's
sake?
probably there now, huh?
Did you try
I
sake?
did try that sake.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the whole time, you got to laugh. Like, when we sip, you got to be like,
yes.
But for the listeners, yeah, man, help support us by supporting Bright Cellars, man. It's a good time.
Yeah.
But-
And I went to a trash school in a trash state in a trash
Man.
area, and I still had a great time.
I had a blast in New Mexico.
Still, matter of fact, it put perspective for me that that's probably where I needed to be. Had I gone to a HBCU or somewhere, I would have 37 kids. I would have that many black girls in college. Wow,
Yeah.
oh, I wouldn't have made it.
Yeah, man.
yeah, that's why I didn't go to college.
No, I wouldn't have made
I
it.
got a job and went straight to work.
Went straight to work.
They was like,
Went
nah,
straight
you
to
don't
the
need to
factory.
go there.
Man.
You-
Depends.
I had 4 kids now. They was like, oh, no.
Oh, if
You
you'd have went
stay
to
with
college?
It was like, yeah, I wasn't even allowed to go to Atlanta till I was 30. I never went to Atlanta till I was 30.
If I would have been in Atlanta in my
Craig,
I like how
Raw.
your family, everybody huddled up and was like,
I
Craig likes
love
vagina too much.
Atlanta.
He cannot go to Atlanta. He
Atlanta
likes
is not a
big
place for a
booties
young
way too
black
much.
male.
you
No.
cannot go to Atlanta. You cannot go to D.C. I was like, why? Land is like, oh.
That's
Okay.
why.
I was in a different mind space then. I was like, oh. Well, I seen you back in.
You tell
there, I
tell
was.
Sage you can't go to Atlanta.
I'm actually about to take him to Atlanta. We live right now since basketball's over. We're chasing like tournaments
Mm-hmm.
because there's very few chances for these kids to get
Especially
right
views
now, yeah.
in his junior year. So we'll
Yeah.
probably be in
Yeah.
Atlanta for like a
It's
month.
hard right now.
Mm.
But you're going to be with them, so.
Yeah, for sure.
I knew I
ain't
wasn't
getting
ready
nothing.
for a black college when my boy. I went to a junior college first. I don't know if everybody knows that, but I went to a JC first. One of my homeboys was from Indiana. They were from Hammond, which you don't know about Hammond.
I know
is-
Hammond. We
Yeah,
get
it's-
gas in Hammond.
Hammond is rough. All right, so they took me. They was like, "You want to go to the Circle City Classic?" And it's to Florida A&M, and some. I was like, "Yes." And Drumline was hot. I was like, "Yeah, I want to pull up." So we go. We stay with his cousin in the hood, like, and I was just like, "I'm talking about weights on the front, grass area." I was like, "Is this a prison or what's happening?" But it was dope. But when the game let out and we went to the parties and all them 18 to 22 black girls from all, I was like, I would not survive. They was like, they kept reeling me in because I was ready to go with everybody. I was, in the accent, some girls like, where you from? Cali? Come with me. And I was like, see you guys later. All right. I was like, and that was we went for 3 days. I was like, I couldn't do this for 4 years. Like, there's no way.
Didn't get anything done.
No, I wouldn't have got a thing done. It definitely wasn't for me. I wish I would have had the experience, but at the same time, I know me.
That's why I'm looking at
Wouldn't.
some of these high school players that are thinking about going to HBCUs to play ball, and I'm like, if you think the
Right.
white college experience is gonna be excessive,
Yeah.
it's gonna be excessive when you with your
Right.
people.
It's your
and they're
people. That's what it was.
celebrating you.
Yeah.
Right.
It was too much. And just the comfort, like Tony was saying, the comfort you have with your own people is just different. And I didn't even notice we had it even in high school until in middle school, everybody was still like the same. You know, everybody, you know. And I noticed by the time we got to high school, even though we were super diverse and everything, black, Mexican, but everybody started veering
The tribe
off.
always happens.
Everybody starts to veering off that
tribe
you
up.
look like me and you have the same. Let's do this. Like I looked through my yearbook the other day, and all my friends lived black. Even though we lived in this city, we were always together. It was just always our group. And I was like, there it is.
It always happens.
It always happens.
Always ends up like prison every time. Every time. Man.
When I grew up, I had when we switched schools, I had a white set of friends and I had a black set of friends. And we would mingle. You know, we all play football together, every
Yeah.
sports. But we were also in sports together from 8th grade and up.
Mm.
So it was like 5 years of the same people. You know, and then, but there's times it's like hanging out with the black folks, and then, like I said, there's times I hang with, and every time, you know, once in a while we all get together. But I felt like then, but now, of course, now, like in my entire life is pretty much black outside of my wife, right? But everybody is like, where I work is all black, you know, who I hang out with is all black, especially when we started doing stand-up out here when it was like, there's the black rooms, and we all gathered. You know, I don't think it was ever on purpose.
Right.
But it was
It's
always
on purpose.
no, because have you found more? Because even when I did improv, it was all white. You know, Moni. So I was like, oh, here's a great set of white people that I know.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't hang out with them every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I'm like around black people. I'm like, hey, I'm around black people every day.
In high school, I realized that even though I was around a lot of different people, but I was around a lot of black people, but then I realized they weren't just the same black as me. Like I had a Jamaican friend, a Haitian friend, a Belizean friend. So it was like, oh,
They got good food too.
yeah, we kind of are some Dukanu bread.
Food, man. I'm hungry.
But it's
What's
like
the shit, Carnival? No. What's the
Trinidad?
What's the little bread?
Dukanu bread.
No. It's called like shit.
You talking about Bahamas? Johnny Cake?
No, it's called Festival.
Oh, you're talking about in Jamaica festival.
Oh, is
bread.
it Jamaica?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just know it's Caribbean of sorts.
Yeah,
Delicious.
but then you realize even all your black friends aren't. We were all raised differently. My Nigerian friends, we'd all hang out and be like, "Wait, hold on, y'all black, but y'all
different.
I guess, yeah." But when they're pointed at, they're black, and it's like, "Oh, okay." All these ethnicities that we are actually hanging out with outside of our ethnicity is.
Did you ever think about that, raising your kids in Burbank, if they would have enough black friends and stuff?
Yeah.
How did that go? Like, how did it?
It was like, because, you know, when we moved to Burbank, I was always checking, like, the safety of the area, like, in the school ratings. I was like, all right, so, because Orange County wasn't cutting it. It was just too far. I was in misery. And so I was like, all right, Burbank is close to Hollywood. Let's see what the school ratings is talking about. And I looked at, you know, Wikipedia for the demographics. I was just like, ain't no black folks there, but, man, you know, the schools are good. It's close. You know, because I knew I didn't want to live in Hollywood, no-ho. You know, Glendale didn't seem, I didn't seem interested in Glendale. And so once we moved here, I was just like, man, you know, I was seeing, all right, the black kids, you know, and then seeing who they gravitated towards. Because I didn't want to have any real influence there. I didn't want to be like, you just hang out with the blacks and then fade into the bigotry corner. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, and then, you know, Serene started playing football early. So, you know, that's going to be your friends right there. So, you know, they playing, you know, the same kids for so many years. And then Sincere just gravitated towards, you know, kids in his classes, like, you know, so his crew was always super diverse. It was like he was the token black, but everybody else was something else.
A
It
bunch
was
of
like
tokens.
Asian girl in there, you know what I'm saying? Hispanic
Everybody
dude,
was a
white
token.
dude. Everybody was a token. It was like the United Nations crew.
That's hilarious.
Everybody had a representative in his crew, and so it was just like, all right, you know. And then like, you know, when Serene got older, and I was like, you know, looking at the type of girls he was interested in, I was like, you like black girls? He's like, yeah, you know. I was like, all right. Yeah. But like, you know, it just depended on who he was around or whatever, whoever looked. I was like, who looked good to you on the black tip? You know, just to get a gauge of you know, Rihanna. I was like, oh, of course, Rihanna, yeah, all right, you know, just to see, you know what I'm saying? And then Sincere, you know, his first girlfriend was Korean. She might have been Korean, Chinese. I can't remember which one. And then when he went to college, I noticed that, you know, when he came back, you know, we were doing all the, you know, the heavy, you know, we was in protest mode. We was marching. We was like, you know, George Floyd. He was in on all that.
Yes,
I was
all
like,
in.
all right, y'all care about the blacks. So it was like good. And, you know, they're around their family members. You know, Cherie got a big family. So, you know, they black. They mix as well. So, you know, their cousins are half black, half Spanish on one end, half black, half Mexican over here, just straight black over here. So they getting all that diversity. And then the aunt aunties and uncles black, so they getting all this great mix of just like, and then my brother's kids are mixed, and so they getting all this. So it's just like, yeah. And then on me, it's just, my whole side, I'm pretty black in terms of like how I roll, the music I listen to, the way I talk, the people I hang with. So rolling with me, you get the blackness.
Right.
And so I feel like they got a really good, diverse mix of everything growing up.
It's important.
Yeah. And that's what I wanted them to have. I wanted them to have that experience. I wish they could have had like a more, black history, hardcore, you got to do these papers like I did. But the fact that they feel connected to the black culture and blackness, I'm like, all right, y'all good.
Right.
When I meet transplants that come here, I usually
We don't like that term,
if they
by the
have
way.
children. So when the transplants come out here, the hairplex come out here. I refer them to like Jack and Jill. That's one of the programs out here where if you do live in a predominantly white neighborhood or Hispanic neighborhood, it's a group where the parents and kids get together and just like do activities. And
I heard it's bougie though.
What's bougie?
I mean, that's the stereotypical bougie. You know,
like
the
you learn
stereotypical
shit. Yeah.
No, like it's like uppity. That's what I heard.
Well, I don't know how uppity it is, but it's
But you recommend
it's people that are employed and they're trying to do stuff for the community.
You better than us out here with your employment.
I just realized what my dad was doing when you said that.
Huh?
When my dad would ask me about women when I was like, especially when we had moved to Antioch,
Yeah.
he was always checking in, like, what kind of girls you like?
Yeah,
I
it's
just
like,
realized what he was doing.
what
He
you
was
like,
checking my post, but every girl, they was all black. He was
Yeah.
like, yeah, she nice.
I'll be checking the.
He was always doing that, and I just realized what he was doing.
I low key do that. Like my son had a nickname, they was calling him Snow Bunny, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Snow Bunny. They said that. I was like, what? I didn't say nothing. I was just watching. And then I was like, okay, it was a phase. He just likes all women. Okay.
Yeah.
But I was like, should I say something?
And it's in the DNA. Like, the Baker Boys DNA is on both sides. Like, when you look at my brothers, they dated, like I said, my oldest brother's first wife was Filipino. He's dated black women. I remember he had this one girlfriend, Melody. She was mad fine. Like, when I think back, I was a kid, so I was like, oh, Melody. She was nice but pretty. And then when I got older, I was like, yo, she was fine. So it was just like, and then my brother Scott, he would mix it up on the dating tip as well. Black girl, his first wife was from Trinidad. Second wife was white. And then and then me, Reed's black. So, and then now, I'm dating a Dominican, Puerto Rican girl. So, and then on the other side with their uncles, like, Larry Jr., his first wife was black. So his cousins, Trey, just straight black, you know what I'm saying? And then they mixed it up. And the second wife is white. Lamar, first wife is Spanish, second wife is Mexican. So you're getting all this, the DNA, we mix it up. We always have, but like, I've always like, black women is my main demographic.
Yeah.
That was my main, that's who I was around. That's who I saw it after. That's what I was like, yeah. But I would mix it up. Like, was she fine over here, Mexican too? Yeah, all right, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, I would never discriminate because I wasn't raised in the discrimination dating environment. Like, you look at my mom is mixed, so it was just all around us. But at the same time, I was like, I like the blackness.
Right.
Yeah. So then, I'm glad I have two black boys of just, just straight black. You know what I mean? And so, but at the same time, like, when they mix it up, I'm like, all right, man, if you feeling her, if you like her, I like her.
Right.
You know what I mean? So.
I think about that all the time with us raising our kids out here. And I'm like, luckily, because I was like, me and Cody was like, we going to have to move to Inglewood or something like that because, like, we just want them to be around black people. And then I really sat down and thought about it. And like Chaz said, well, everybody we hang out with, though, is black. My family's out here.
Right.
They're all black. Y'all all black. You know what I mean? The comments
That's going to be their experience.
And then they all have kids.
Yeah.
And their kids are all black. So I'm like, I thought about their play dates the other day. It was just a bunch of black kids running around. So I was like, they will have a bunch of black friends. And they're cousins.
Yep.
So I was like, oh, My brother's having a baby now. He's,
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, oh, okay.
Congrats,
no.
Keith.
You want to
You
give them
know?
a great mix of,
Yeah.
because that's what the world is. The world is diverse, so
Yeah.
you want them to get that. You know, you don't want them to just be black, blickety, black,
Right.
black, and black, because then when they go somewhere else, they ain't gonna know how to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I think for
everybody's black.
us, I think this is just like how you were saying. I think the fear when you move somewhere that isn't black,
Yeah.
your fear is just
Right.
like, just make sure
They
you
gonna
hold
lose the
on
black,
to
yes.
this. Yeah, make sure you. But then I thought about, it, I was like, well, everybody they around is black. They'll be fine. We're their parents. Like,
Yeah.
they'll be fine. But that was the very first thing I thought about when we were looking at schools.
Yeah,
Like the first day I went to his class, and I was like, he the only black kid in the class. And I was like, you know.
because I did not want them to be tokens. I was
No.
like, man, y'all gonna be the token.
I spent time being a token. It was
How'd you feel on the token tip?
you know what? I had a lot of fun. You know what I mean? Because because the thing about it is that your friends, if they're really your friends, they're not gonna make you feel like the black kid.
Right.
And then and anytime I did, because as I got older, I remember I had one homie. He just kept making more black jokes, and I was already 20. I came back, and he was like something black, and I was like, hey Shane, I'm not the black dude. And I was like, we either friends or we not.
You
Like,
gave him the Tonkin.
yeah, I was like, we're not. Yeah, I was like, we're not doing this black joke thing back and forth, dog.
Right.
I was like, I don't need a reminder. I'm like, every day, dog. Yo, when I'm inside the crib, I'm Chaz Rogers.
Yeah.
When I'm outside the crib, I'm black dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I'm black, of course, but it's like
Right.
I don't like every time I go outside, it's a reminder that I'm black. I don't walk in my neighborhood at night because I'm black. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like I don't do that because like I don't need somebody calling the fucking police, being like, "There's a black dude walking around.
Right.
He's so suspicious. He's got his headphones on at a mild pace.
Yeah. At a mild pace.
He just keeps going around the block. It's so suspicious. He does it every day at 8. I don't know what he's up to, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't need that, but it's always a reminder. But I hate when people go like something black, especially at a job. I've had a lot of jobs in LA, but no matter what, if they're like at UPS or mainly Mexican, right, or Hispanic, Latinos of some sort. I don't want to group everybody together, right? But it would be like something black, and I'm like, damn dog, with y'all too. I was like, I always gotta be black no matter where. I'm like, can I just be like, yo? So amongst my friends, I never felt that. I never felt like I was the black dude.
Right.
You know, so that was cool, and I hope that Sincere and Serene felt the same, where they would feel like, hey man, I just feel like amongst my friends.
Right.
Hey,
Did you
know,
feel
for the
uncomfortable
token.
going into like a white
in
classroom?
the beginning? Yeah, because growing up, and my mom, you know, my family, we're pro-black, right? So growing up, it was mainly like, honestly, a lot of it was beyond that because my mom's side, it was not, we didn't trust white people. That was the thing. It's like they came from a history of white abuse. They left the South or whatever it was they're from. There's a story of that. My great grandmother, one of the greats in there, witnessed her family being killed by white people while she hid underneath the porch, and then they ran to Cleveland. So she would always instill, don't trust white people. You can't bring a white person over.
Right.
And then that carries down. So then we went to a white school, because that stuff was always in my head. You know, especially like, you know, I went to my grandma's house. It was mainly like, don't you bring no white girls. It was a lot of
That's
that.
I got that.
Right.
too.
There's a lot of that.
Racism starts in the home.
So then when I went to a predominantly white school, it was like, well, now what am I supposed to do?
Right.
I was like,
I only got 2 hands, man.
and you know, so and then you know, my mom was like, of course she wanted me to date a black girl, and I always did until I think I was 27. It was the first time I dated outside my race. I was a grown up, right? So. So for me, I didn't feel it as much amongst the people that I liked. But I remember I got in a couple fights, you know, being black, because I think I told you guys what my best friend James, somebody called me the N-word. James hit him. We were best friends ever since.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We've been super tight after that. But I remember this one kid told me to go back to Africa. He was on crutches, and I didn't give a fuck. I tripped him, and I pounced on him.
Did you hit him with the crutches?
No, I was
beat him with the
Oh,
crutches.
yeah, he was
Homeless people and people on crutches.
Hey,
You gotta beat him with the crutches,
We were in
man.
line. I was in 6th grade. I remember this.
He said he had 5
I was
fights.
in 7th grade or something like
Was
that.
it the wooden crutches or the metal joints?
I think they were like the metal joints.
Yeah, man, beat
But
him with that.
I
But keep
didn't.
going.
I didn't need to
Yeah.
because he had like, and whatever it was, I know he had like a history of like having these surgeries on his leg. I didn't give a fuck. Once you
Did
said,
you wail on his
Right.
legs?
You
no,
could've said
I
a
was on his
cripple
face
joke.
though.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a big, tall dude, and I was like,
I'd
no,
have socked his legs.
because I was like, come down to my level, so I tripped him.
Yeah.
And I just remember hitting his face, crying, doing one of those, and then
The rage
then
punches.
they pulled me in the office and they told my mom, "Do you think Chaz has an anger problem?"
I mean,
You
you
were
beat up a
beating up
kid
a
on
crippled
crutches.
kid.
This kid
Yeah.
told me, I was like, he told me to go back back to Africa. You know what I'm saying?
But they you know,
They don't
but he was
care.
the crutches.
Right.
I love-
Use your words,
You win.
Chaz.
I love when they
I
they
did.
call in.
I said, bitch, what'd you say?
He
I
said,
love
"I'm
when
on
they call on the
crutches."
black mother and expect her to like not like. I remember this kid spit on my brother.
Mm,
My brother knocked him out.
yeah.
Stood there, waited for him to come to and knocked him out again.
That's some
No, but
cold
this is Kyron.
shit.
Kyron's the loosest cannon.
I
for sure.
love it. That's some cold
So they
shit,
called my
bro.
mom to the school. They said, "Well, he's been fighting," and my mom said, well, "What happened?" The kid spit on him. Okay, well, there's nothing further to discuss.
Right.
Like he got what was coming to him.
That's-
What do you want me? Are you?
And my
you
mom
kidding
was
me?
It was
like, hey,
when
we
he knocked
get
him
it.
out, then he knocked him out again.
Yeah.
She was like, and he should have knocked him out a third time. I bet he won't spit
That's three
again. And she
knockouts.
was like, "We're going."
That's
I bet he won't
concussion
spit
bill.
You
again.
get spit on, that's 3 knockouts, man.
Right.
Yo,
Yeah.
we going too long, yo.
Are we?
wrapping
Let's having a
this
good
up,
combos,
man.
though.
Look out.
Come on, man. How long we been, Cam?
Oh,
that's on time.
Nah,
Yeah.
man, look out.
That's
off
our new
one
on
question.
time. That's
That's
right.
on-
Once he
time.
gave me the 130, I was like, all right, man.
130 is usually
Wrap
we're
this
between
shit
130 and
up,
140.
man. Wrap
Come
it
on,
up.
man.
Man, look out, man.
That's why people loved me
It's
when
a
I
movie,
came
man.
on.
Chaz, they want you back in the cage. Come on, stop supporting them right now.
That was the biggest thing when I came on the podcast. We were like, you keep the shows long, Chaz.
Nah, man, look out. Craig, you got anything to...
Go back to
Man.
Africa, Chad. Sick of this.
Wait till you get on some crutches. I'm tripping the shit out you, Keon.
Nah, nothing right now. Just bigger on BET.
Yeah.
Yeah, Millennials comes out February 25th, I
Yeah.
think, on AMC. It's not AMC anymore. It is All Black Network is
Okay.
now called.
ABN, huh? ABN.
Yeah,
All Black Network.
Sound like they would have a song to it.
Got to, man. It's going to be black.
I wrote on it. I produced it. I'm hyped.
It's the all
Let's
black
do it.
network. All black network.
All Black.
Gotta have a saxophone in there somewhere.
Man, man,
Saxophone.
man. But you know the song is longer than. Why is the intro 2 minutes?
It's so long. Then they'll cut it down to like 15 seconds.
All Black.
All black. Keon.
You've been watching All Black.
Just the hoodies, they still out. I got everything's free shipping right now. Everything for the whole Black History Month, free shipping. Keon's All Stars will not be. It won't be an episode this week. And then we will have a few more, and then that'll be the end of season 1. So we're gonna do it in seasons. That'll be the end of season 1. Take a little break. Drop season 2. Improve new guests. All that other stuff. So there won't be one this week if you were looking for it. And then there'll be one the week after, and then we'll do a few, and then that'll be the end of. I don't know the number yet, but it'll be a few, and then that'll be the end of season 1, and then we'll take a break.
Great. Dope.
Tony Baker and Friends. Get your tickets. It's tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Friday, February 12th. Get your tickets right now.
Special
To
on
the comedy
Amazon.
show. Got a great lineup. Ida Rodriguez, Eric Griffin, Tony Rock, Gina Yashere, Kevin on stage. It's gonna be a great
You got
time.
the squad.
Get your tickets.
Special
now.
on Amazon.
What they keep doing in your flyer is so funny.
Oh, man,
that's so
you know
funny.
what I'm saying? Get your tickets for that. The Bakery Sevens drop tomorrow. That's what I got on right now. You see it. It's the blue and white joints. Bakery Sevens drop tomorrow as well. Get yours. Get yours. The material is beautiful. Get in on that. Don't forget Tony Baker and Friends special is still available on Gumroad and Amazon. You can get that as well. Just click the link in my bio, man. I got merch. I got specials. I got live comedy shows. Whatever you need, I
We
got
need
you.
the coca, we got lumpia,
Man,
everything.
you know what I'm saying? Whatever you need, man. We out
You got
here,
the
man.
Lumpia 7s out.
Thank y'all for the support. If you got any questions for us, ask us in the YouTube comment section and put the questions right there in the bold, all caps with the little police lights on there so we can see it, and then we'll tackle it on the show. Hopefully DC will be back next week. And yeah, y'all, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Don't
New
forget
spot.
to like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, we out here.